Everything sounds good on your end, man.
I think so. I think I might hold up. See how this works. Oh my god, I gotta sneeze.
Dude, just fucking sneeze.
Ah, dude, my allergies have been fucking killing me, man.
It's that time. It's that time of the season again, dude.
Oh yes, sir. Dude, literally, I've been like so shitty these past 2 days just because of fucking allergies, dude. It's been a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, have you taken some Advil, Tylenol?
I taken Advil. I taken like fucking pain fever reduction things. I've taken fucking like Benadryl. It's just fucking. Oh man, that's been killing me.
Yeah. Dude, might as well smoke.
I recorded like a little vlog with a couple friends like the other day, and like just walking, dude. You can hear me fucking breathing like a fucking maniac just because my allergies are all fucked. I'm just sitting there, just like fuck. I gotta edit this, but I hate every fucking moment because I'm the camera guy, and fucking as the camera guy, fucking you can just hear me going. I'm just walking. I'm like, I know I'm fat, and that's part of it, but it's just mainly because of fucking allergies. It's just like, fuck, dude.
That's the fucking allergies, bro. Fucking, I'm over here fat as fuck, dude, and guarantee you, bro, it's not the fatness. It's just that time of the year again.
Yes, sir.
Holy crap, dude. So let's go and kick this shit off. So, all right, welcome to the Just Smile podcast. I think this episode 2. I don't even remember anymore, dude. I think technically this is episode 3 because I started off with 0. So I think this is episode 3, but episode 2, I guess technically. I'm here with Diego, also known as Herodonvale, also known as Shattuck Kid 4. Oh boy, I haven't.
We're gonna ignore those last two names because I'm going through the third rebranding of my entire career. You can just call me Alfredo or just Alfredo, whatever works.
It's Alfredo. Oh, so you're changing your name now? What?
Yes. Just because the past two name changes were like pretty much just like they were like middle school like really dumb OC names where it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna Herodon Vale. This is gonna be my shtick. But honestly, A.L. Alfredo has been the fucking vibe as of lately. So I'm going with A.L. Alfredo, but you can also just call me Diego.
Hell yeah, dude. So this guy, right? So Alfredo or Deegz, I like to call him.
Yes, you can also call me Deegz.
Call you Deegz, but this guy, dude, I've known him since middle school. Man, going all the way back to the glory days, man. When man, I don't even remember the last time when did we first meet? It was like 8th grade or something like that, dude.
Dude, honestly, my brain has rotten so much in the past 5 years that a lot of the stuff of like first meeting people have been almost completely been wiped out. Like I hate that because it's like I feel bad, but it's like it's just like I'm pretty fucking stupid, so it is what it is. I wouldn't doubt it. It would probably be just to we probably met through either class or through each other's friends when we had that group together, or when we had like when I was in that like big group of people.
Right. So, I'll give you a story, dude. So, the way that I had gotten introduced, right, was through Pena, right, Jesus, Jesus, right.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with him one day because my group of friends, right, like fucking Tanias and Christian and Jacob and all that, they pretty much like disowned me as a friend. So they're like, yeah, just get the hell out of here. I was like, all right, bet. So I started hanging out with Jesus because I was like, hey, dude, I need to make some more friends, dude. He's like, oh yeah, like hang out with me, like let me take you to my squad. And so the squad was like Michael, you, Adam,
Yes, sir.
fucking Jacob, bro. I swear to God, fucking Jacob and Justin Bacek. Oh, dude, I can recount all of the memories we had. I think it was at the time when what was that girl's name? I think like Lexi. I think she like moved to a different school because
Oh yeah, I think so.
yeah, because
I
she
think
was a
you're
part
on
of
the
the group.
ball with that one.
Yeah, because she used to hang out with our group, and I think she just bailed after seventh grade. Because I don't remember why. I think it was because she wanted to do like some golf stuff. Which, by the way, I did manage to figure out what she's doing, and yeah, it turns out like she's trying to become like a professional golf
Uh
player.
oh. Give me 1 second. My Discord is having a fucking panic attack. Uh
Oh, don't worry.
shit.
Don't worry, bro. You let me know when you got that fixed. I'll just keep talking, right? So, by the way, if for those that are listening, you're probably wondering what's going on with Simp and I Matthew. Yeah, they're not here. I basically haven't. I didn't tell them I was doing a podcast, but I guess they're really trying hard to be co-hosts, and well, I don't think I've decided yet if I wanted to have co-hosts or not, but I know for a fact that they were supposed to hop on too, but I kind of wanted to make this just a one-on-one because, dude, it's been fucking forever, man. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's definitely been. When was the last time we saw? Wasn't the last time we saw each other was at my graduation party, like
Yeah.
back in 2019?
Oh yeah, no, dude. So funny story about that is like what I think what happened. I think I got like some invite or something. I was like, no, you invited me because you're like, oh, bro, it's like anybody want to come to the grad party? So I was like, hell yeah, like I'll come to your grad party. So you give me like the address, and
Mm,
you know there was like what is it, Scotty Too Hottie there, and I think it was like Lance and
yes,
all
sir.
that, like your homies,
Yes,
and
sir.
the one guy that just like popped because he's like, well, who the hell is that? It was like Colin Montoya. So Colin was
Yeah, I
like,
was
"Oh,"
calling.
he's like, "Oh shit, it's Kevin," and I was like, "Oh shit, it's Colin."
Yeah,
But
dude. Fuck dude, that the graduation party. That was probably single-handedly one of the few worst days in my life. Not because of like you guys or anything. It was because of where I was at mentally. Like I wasn't depressed or anything. I like in that time span that the party was in, we had already pushed it back and we already had plans for it and everything, and it was supposed to line up when it was already lining up with plans that I had later in the month. So it's like it had to be during this time.
mhm.
Um but unfortunately, when I had this party, I was in the middle, and I think it was in the middle of a 4 to 5 week long, uh, like fucking sickness. My throat swelled up. I don't know what the fuck happened. My throat swelled up really badly. I fucking couldn't breathe. It was like allergies, but like on a worse level. I couldn't breathe, my throat was swelling up, like it feels so uncomfortable that like I couldn't like sleep, or else my I think that like I wasn't breathing, and so I'd be up for 3 days straight and then go to sleep for like 5 hours and then be up for another 3 days straight. It
Gosh,
was
damn.
that bad. And the graduation party was in the middle of that, like I think day two of me being up alive. I think I got like an hour or two of sleep before like anything. No, I got like 3 hours of sleep beforehand. And James gets there and he's helping my family set up, and I'm sitting there just like a vegetable. I'm like fucking feeling like dog shit. And I'm sitting there just like, what the fuck is going on? Like I'm just like totally out of it. And I remember like everyone was there. We were playing Smash Brothers in my living room and everything was going good. And then I just like checked out like at one point,
I
like
remember.
fucking bad. And like I had, if I remember correctly, they said I had like 100 3-degree fever or
God.
something like that. And so I just hopped. I literally remember just telling you guys like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I got to bounce out of my own party because I feel like I'm having a fever and I do not feel good." Hopped in the shower. I remember sitting there in cold water for an hour straight, just running down my head. And then I remember getting up and then like laying down on the couch and like trying to fall asleep, but I'm just like sitting there not feeling good. I fell asleep for like 5 minutes and then I got kicked off the couch and then I had to go back to my room and then I couldn't like sleep in my room and then I finally went back to sleep and then I had to take one of my family members home like at 1 a.m. and I was
Yeah.
like I was just sitting there just like god damn it. And then it was just like and then I was up for like another whole day straight and then I got like 3 hours of sleep like the next day and then it just like was like a complete like full circle of hell like in 1 to 2 days. It was an absolute nightmare.
Dude, I believe it. Because I remember when I went over to the party, just like I remember like no, it seemed like you had like a chill vibe, but I just remember like you just bounced out of nowhere, and I didn't know if I like paid attention or not because I think I was too busy getting some food. And then all I just see, dude, is just like you in the kitchen, right? And you're kind of just like there, dude, like heavy breathing. You're like, I'm like, what the hell? It's like, what's going on with Deegz, dude?
Yeah,
And just
yeah,
everybody was in the living room. They're just all like, oh, fuck yeah, like Smash Bros, Everybody's
yeah.
all fucking chilling. And I'm like, bro, where the fuck is Diego? And, I was like, hey, man, like, I gotta bounce. And you're like, yeah, man, yeah. Have a good day, man. I was just like,
Mhm.
damn, I was like, I hope that my boy Deegz is all right. Because, gosh, dude, yeah, I just remember, dude, you were so out of it. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah, I was such in a bad like I think I lost my voice like 2 times like in that time span as well. It was like the absolute like worst like feeling in the entire world. I literally don't know what it was. I still don't I don't I went to the doctors 3 times and they didn't even know what it was. They were just like, I just dude, your shit's swelling up and we're gonna give you medication to hopefully stop that. But you know, it like I had to go like and it was only until the third time that it finally like I was able to not like feel like I was dying every day. So that was like the best part. Like I don't remember what they gave me, but it was like really like it was like a really strong medicine if I'm correct. So it like I did take it was like one of those two where it's like you have to take them till completion. Well, with most medicine prescribed medication, you want to take it till like it's completely done, especially if it's like prescribed from a doctor.
Right.
But these were like there was like one of the few that were pretty much just like like you got to do this like every day or else you won't heal like one bit. And so I just remember like taking all of it and just being like, today is a new day.
But I mean, at least you're feeling better now, dude. It seems like you're more aware, dude, more alert. You seem to have like more of a cheerful vibe now, dude. Because I mean, gosh, dang,
Oh
dude,
yeah.
you
Oh,
went through fucking hell.
oh yeah, and that's like that was one hell. Like another hell too was like it wasn't even a sickness hell. It was just like a life hell. Like so I mean as you know, but for everybody who's listening, I became a manager at a particular drive-in restaurant that I won't name, but I started as a cook there and I was working there for I think almost a bit over a year and a half, and everything was going good. But I left recently just because of personal things, and I just wanted to venture off and do my own thing. I didn't see myself because I didn't see myself moving up from where I was, and what I was doing on my job day to day was not worth the paycheck. That was not worth the pay that I was getting paid for. Like it was an absolute nightmare. But like that entire time from beginning to end was probably also a second hell, I would say. Like it's probably up there.
I could agree with that because I remember was like my first job, dude. Well, I think you probably know, right? But I used to work at the mall, and so I
Mhm.
was making, was it like $9 an hour, being a sales associate for 2 years, and I just, dude, I was a darn good salesman. I was
Mhm.
pretty darn good. Like I used to get all of the stats, like probably like exceeding expectations. Like I remember the manager. I'd be coming into the store, dude, and he'd be writing like budget goals. Like, oh, you need to sell $2,000 worth of hats, and then $200 in embroidery,
Oh
and
yeah,
you
that's
need.
right. Because I remember I saw you in there, and then like I saw you in the store one day, and like I chatted up with you for a bit when you guys are slow. You were I don't remember what the store was, but I know exactly what you're talking about. But
Yeah. No, no, you're good. But yeah, no. So like the manager would be busting out these numbers, and I'm like, dude, I don't think I can meet these expectations. He's like, well, why not? I'm like, dude, it's like I know my limits. But when you're telling me I got to make $3,000 worth of sales, you're just telling me, hey, bro, slave away. And I think it was on a
right.
Friday, so it was like a 6 hour shift. Like
Mm,
I would literally go to school, and then I would take the bus from my school to Del Norte, right? Which is why you kept seeing me like every time at my car. And then from my car, dude, I'd go home, get ready for work, and then just bounce out to the mall. And he was like, "All right, bro, you're gonna make $3,000 worth of hats. You gotta sell them." I'm like, "Dude, you gotta be like kidding me." It's like I don't think I can do this within 6 hours. But sure enough, dude, I managed to do
right.
it. But oh, dude, I can't tell you how many times I was stressing out, and my feet used to kill, man. I probably bet where you were at, dude. You had to be on your feet like 24/7, man.
Oh, dude, don't even. Yeah, that's like dude. I think one of the longest shifts I've ever pulled was I think it was yeah. The longest shift I pulled was I came in at 5. No, I came in at 6. I came in at 6 and they 6 at night, and I was to close the store, do everything that the closing manager does, and then I did the shipment. I had to do a bunch of cleaning, and then there was like our machine for ice cream was broke, so I had to sit there and clean it out because it was pouring everywhere. And it was just like an entire nightmare. And not only did I have to clean that, but I also had to put away. We were also getting a truck shipment at 2 in the morning that day. And that's the reason why I came in late. My boss wanted me to do the shipments. So I stayed. I did the shipments by myself. I had to restock everything, had to move everything in the right place, restock, clean up everything, throw out trash. It took me hours, and then I had to clean up like the putting away stuff didn't take me long because it was like I had already known what I was doing, but it was just I also had to clean up certain things and then restock, and then cleaning up the ice cream machine, trying to fix that at that time to stop it from dripping everywhere. uh and then just like this other shit. I don't think I got home until 9 in the morning the next day, and I had to do a shift at 2 in the afternoon that same day. So I went to sleep and then went right back to work.
I would have just quit, dude. If I was you, I would have just been like, nah, bro. It's like you're telling me that I gotta do all this shit, and I have to come back early, like again at 2 in the afternoon, and then close that. I would have just been like, nah, dude. I just like
Yeah.
I'm out. Like you get somebody else to do it because I ain't.
Yeah, right. I probably honestly should have said no to that too. But it was mainly I already had talked to my like the person who normally does the shipments was taking time off, and I had already told that guy, listen, I will do it. Like I'll do the shipments by myself if you want to go take time off. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty sure I got it down. And the ice cream thing, all that stuff, that wasn't really of me to do. That was more of like I didn't want to get yelled at
Damn.
when I went back into my shift for your ice cream everywhere. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna clean it up. I should clean it up. This is part of my job as a manager to like try and take care of this if I can. Well, it's my job to take care of it at the end of the day. but it's just like it needed to be done, and I said, "Fuck it, I'll just do it." Like it's not a big deal. And then there was just like a lot more restocking than I had planned, a lot more cleaning. So that's what extended that entire time period of me being there. Like it was the first time I'd ever like closed, and also it was the first time I ever opened the store. I wasn't even supposed to open, and I technically kind of didn't. The person who's the opening manager, along with one person in the morning, they came in, and they literally like saw me, and then they were like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "It's been such a long night. I've just been cleaning and fucking restocking, man." And I literally like I remember like having dinner and breakfast at the same fucking place. Like I literally made my dinner and my breakfast, and then uh literally just again went back to bed, and then came back to work. I made hella money at that point. I made a lot of money just doing, because I pulled like a bunch of long hours just because it was like um usually for the store there'd be more than one manager, more like two, at most three, and because of certain situations that happened, it ended up for a while just being me from beginning to end for the entire shift, the one manager in the middle of the summer shift. And that was a doozy, man. I'll tell you, like just taking orders and then making sure that my staff is like doing their job and not picking a fight with either the customers or themselves, because with the store it's like you have a bunch of young people, right? You don't really
Right.
have a lot of older people that, except like people that are in the morning, or the people have been there for a while, like managers and stuff, like those are like probably the oldest that we had. Even in night crew, like we only had one person that was like, if I remember correctly, like 27, and everyone else, I don't like the second oldest in the entire store after them or before them was like 21. Like there was like a huge gap. It was insane. Like it was just like a bunch of, it was basically like just a high school pretty much in there. And it's like it was a bit of a, it was fun. I definitely enjoyed the people that I worked with. I enjoyed my time there. It was absolute hell for what I had to do. Um, it's like, you were doing the like $9 an hour and like doing retail stuff and all that stuff, right? Like that, you said it was like $9 an hour. You're getting paid at the mall.
Right. Yeah, it was like $9 an hour, dude. No raises, no nothing,
Oh
dude. For
my god, did my
2 years
Discord crash?
straight. No, no, I can still hear you, dude.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So so sorry, I freak out because at my end, what will happen is that it will say that I'm still talking, and then there's just like complete radio silence, and then like I won't hear you until like mid sentence of your sentence.
Oh, okay.
So that, that's why like if you hear me like freaking out in the back, it's just because my computer's having a meltdown. I would restart it, but it's gonna take like 20 minutes. So it's like, fuck. So I'm just gonna just roll with the punches, baby.
Yeah, just roll with the flow, dude. It is what it
Yeah,
is. But
yes. But yeah, sorry, but yeah, you're getting paid like, not, you said $9 an hour for the mall job, right?
right, yeah, it's $9 an hour and no raises,
So,
dude. No
dude,
raises.
okay. So like I did get a couple raises during my job, but honestly, let me break this down for you. Not only did I would go in, um the equivalent to like a 9 to 5, probably even longer, because I'd like there'd be days I go in at 2 and close, which would be 11 if it's a weekend, 12. I'd be there for long hours. There would be nights where I'm the only manager. Uh, I would have to expedite all the food, take orders, make sure that all the people, um, all the people that are running out food have the right change, and like doing all this stuff as like a manager, like throughout the shift, and making sure everything's going well, on top of phone complaints, DoorDash, customer complaints at the store, um and then like dealing with the crackheads at the end of the night or in the middle of the shift. And then all the closing stuff when it comes to making sure everybody's all good for the night, making sure everybody's clocked out, making sure everything's clean, trying to make everything fair, and like writing the schedule for the next day for my crew and the morning crew, or dealing with my employee or with my coworkers, like asking me for help for like scheduling all this stuff when it comes to work and all that stuff. Do you want to take a guess at how much I got paid for like all that stuff?
I, damn, dude. Well, I would assume, right, if you have like a
I
managerial like position, I probably assume like I don't know. Was it an hourly rate?
It was an hourly rate, and for more to this, I would work 40 to a minimum at least 41 hours to 50 hours a week. Um, and the most I've ever worked was probably like 60 hours in a week.
I would probably say that. How about 14?
Oh man, 985
For a management position?
for yes,
$9.50.
985.
Dude,
I only got two raises my entire time. The first raise was becoming part of the management crew, which was like at the lowest of the low, and then becoming a shift leader or like shift assistant. Yeah, no, it was becoming the first raise that I got was becoming part of the crew, and also the management crew. I got a quarter raise, so I was working off 960 for a while. And then I got a couple things done on my end, and I kind of became a shift leader and shift assistant. That ended up being another quarter. I only got 50 cent. I only got like a 50 cent raise in my entire
damn.
time there.
Damn, dude. No, well, you know what? I guess there's like a pro and con to that because not only can you say that, hey, I was a manager. So I mean, like literally, if you wanted to like go back to the workforce, dude, like you can literally say, hey, I used to be a supervisor. Like,
Oh
you can
yeah,
you can.
I can definitely tell him like I was a shift lead, like a shift leader and all this stuff. Like I know what I was doing. You know what I mean? Like I won't say that like I was the best like manager or best shift. You know what I mean? I won't say I was the best manager because there's probably a lot of things I could have done better. Like at the end of the day, but I feel like that's also a matter of, um, just like trial and error when it comes to stuff.
Right. No, I agree with that, dude.
Uh,
Because I mean,
shit.
as far as like being a manager, dude, like yeah, I could probably imagine like you had to take like what is it, like the hard hitting, I guess you have to take the gavel, dude, and just say, bro, enough is enough. Like, I mean, there has to be points like that, man. But for $9 and
Yeah.
50, dude, or nine was it 9.85? Gosh, damn, dude.
985, yeah. Yeah, so that's one of the big reasons why I left. Quick question for this. What was the last thing you heard me say before before you started talking, just by real quick, just to make sure.
It's like you were talking about well, I was talking about just how 950, like 9.85, dude, for all these like management stuffs that you were doing, like
Right.
that, and then you were getting off to a tangent where you're like, yeah, dude, it's just 9.85, it wasn't worth it.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that like you can like, even though my stuff froze, like you can still like fully hear what I was saying,
Oh no, I
because
can hear.
my Discord will also freak out too. So like it kind of like it's acting like it's crashing. So that'll probably be hopefully the last time I ask that, even though it's gonna happen again. I just wanted that
Oh
just to
no,
make sure.
oh no, dude, no, you solid, homie. But yeah.
Um, but yeah, like I won't say I was the best manager, but I will say that I at least try my best. I did the best that I could in the circumstances it was given. Uh, but I mean, hey, it's like live and learn, trial and error. You got to experience it to understand it. Get experience, and um, right now, I mean, I'm unemployed right now, but I don't know what I'm going to be going into next, to be honest. Um, I have a few pathways that I want to go down, but I'm at a point where I'm honestly not sure.
What did
Like
you?
I have sorry.
No, what was this? What did you have in mind? Like, what were your paths?
Well, like the biggest things I want to do is I definitely want to do film stuff, and I also want to do culinary arts stuff, or like food, like as like a job or a career. The thing is with that, uh with film, I want to go to school for that, right? I want to go to college. Like I feel like I need to go to college for that. I want to go to college for that, for film. And the biggest thing with that is I need to actually go to college, but due to like circumstances, I'm not under FAFSA, um, and so I kind of have to be all out of pocket, and
Mm,
so it's like it's just I have to figure out budgets on that, figure out what's going on with that, and if I do that, am I going to be still living at where I'm at? I'm going to be moving. You know what I mean? It's just like a whole list of like what I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm probably overthinking it. But when it comes to cash, I don't want to not overthink it, mainly because it's like if I fuck up one bit with the cash, I am completely fucked. Like
yep.
that goes down a spiral of just like debt and all this stuff that is just like I do not want to deal with, but it might just be inevitable. But I want to try to at least do make an effort to avoid it.
Yeah,
I want to ask. I
don't do
want to
debt.
go into it. Yeah, I want to go into it with a plan and not just sit there and just be like, "Oh, we'll see what happens." Especially when it's like when there's money on the line, you cannot just fucking do that. Like that's
Dude,
something you have
yes.
to like plan out. Um, and so that's where that comes from. And it's like I feel like the next job I want to do is a film job, but I feel like most film jobs, especially here, um, they're gonna want people who may have experience or all this stuff, or even for an internship. I need to figure out the internships if we even have any for the state or any that for our um, movie production sites here. I have to figure that out alongside just school again if I go to school for that. But if I want to go to school and do all this stuff, um, I need a job that has benefits that's gonna help, that would probably help me. Because with my last job too, I had no benefits. Like I literally just got my money and that was it.
Same,
It's,
dude.
it's just money and not. And so I
Deegz. Well, something happened with his Discord, but I'm gonna go
at
off
the
of.
moment right now. I think it
Well,
might be Starbucks. They have like if you've seen, I've talked to a couple of friends who do work at Starbucks alongside reading.
oh, the,
Oh, sorry, my bad. I'll finish up real quickly. Starbucks has these like
my boy Deegz over here is dying with his Discord. Something happened with your Discord, homie. But yeah, I don't know what happened to your Discord.
oh boy, oh boy. Okay, yeah, that's this is yeah, that's why like that's why I was asking because it's been doing that for a minute. Let me try and leave the call real quick. Give me a second.
No, you're good. But to go off of the Deeks things, yeah, no, dude, yeah, you don't want to. For those that are listening and they're planning on going to college, yeah, you probably don't want to. You probably don't want to go to college. I don't know. It's too expensive.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, let's see if that works. But fucking yeah, it's Discord. That's why I was like, am I good? Are we good?
No, no, no. I think we're good. I know that it cut off on like some parts because I know that you were talking about like what was it? You were talking about the other path as far as like working at Starbucks, which by the way, dude, I do got a story about Starbucks. So I'm trying to seek like a second job, right? Because
Mhm.
the primary job that I have, dude, it's like I get good money, but I
Mhm.
want like I want to help pay off for my tuition things, which goes up to the college thing, right? Because you're over here like, yeah, man, like I don't want to go into debt. Yeah, don't. Because
Yeah.
let me tell you, man, if you thought your situation was worse, hear me out. So I had applied to New Mexico State, right? And
Uh-huh.
the goal was for me to go to the campus because I was like, oh, you know what? Like, after college, after high school, I'm gonna finally go live on the campus. I'm gonna have a chill time. I'm gonna be making some new friends. And so what eventually happened was I got an offer for a job, which I personally just said, I'm not gonna, I can't deny it because it's really good money. And
Right.
so I took it, but the only downside was I had to stay here. I couldn't go down to the campus because it was all in the office. So I couldn't do like remote
Right.
work. So I got my FAFSA. I had scholarships already lined up. And what eventually happened was I talked to what was it? I think it was like some advisor, and I said, "Hey,
Mhm.
I need to be an online student because I can't go down to the campus." And she's like, "All right, we'll definitely do that." Blah blah blah. And I think a couple of weeks in after I got registered as an online student, the scholarships that I had were gone. I was like, "What the hell?"
Oh.
And I called the financial aid office, and they said, well, you don't have any scholarships, and I'm like, yeah, that's exactly why I'm calling. I don't have scholarships, but I got offered some, and I was ready to accept. So what the heck is going on? And they're like, oh, like, are you going to be on the campus or are you an online student? I'm like, no, I'm an online student. Yeah, so because you're not on the campus, yeah, we had to revoke those scholarships. Which, by the way, they were really good, but I had to forfeit them because I'm like, well, I can't go. I have to. I can't just leave my job after like day five.
Right. Yeah.
And so they all got revoked. And dude, I'm just being honest with you. The amount of money that goes into my classes is surreal. Like if you go to like the community college, dude, I mean easily you might have to pay somewhere between around like 1,000 for like 4 classes. Nah, dude, if you're going to the university, I think the
Oh,
last
that's
time that
like
it's like $1,000 per class.
yeah.
Per class, dude.
Yeah.
That's not just
Yeah.
that's not total, dude. That's like 3,000. And I just remember looking at the statement, which by the way, I had like money saved to pay off all of the all of like the first and second semester.
Mhm.
And I was just like looking at my bank account and I'm like, gosh, damn, dude. It's like I didn't want to pay $3,000 and like, 6,000 for a year.
Right.
And like my FAFSA didn't do absolutely anything and took like maybe $500. And I'm like, what the hell am I gonna? What is 5,000? Like, what is 500 gonna do for
That
my
is like
6,000?
yeah, that's like if you ordered like a bunch of food off of like DoorDash and you have like a coupon that gives you free delivery. Like it means jack shit. You're still paying tip. You're still paying fucking like $50 worth of fucking food to get it delivered. Like, ooh, you got free delivery, but you still gotta tip the driver, which is gonna be like adjusted to how much you spend, which could be like $8, like maybe 5, 8. I don't know the math on that, but like I know whenever I spend money on DoorDash and it's like free delivery, like, and I spend like a lot around that price, it will be like around $5 to $6, like at least for tip.
Oh yeah, no, dude. It's terrible, dude, with the amount of money that I drop into school, and it's so ridiculous, dude. It's like, that's why I took a semester off because I'm like, dude, it's like I can't. I'm not willing to drop another 3 grand. Like I'd rather would just save my money, dude, and kind of just wait off and see if there's like another job that offers benefits. Which, by the way, right now where I'm working, I don't get any benefits. Like I just don't. So I get the cash and that's it. So it's kind of like in your position, dude. But it sucks, man, that I have to drop so much cash into the universities. Which is why, dude, I'm trying like that's why I'm debating. I'm like, I don't know if I should just continue school or just like
Oh,
move up the chains or something, man. Because I kid you not, it's stupid. I don't like to pay that much money for school, and then like all of my other buddies are like, yeah, I'm going to school for free. I'm like, you little privileged assholes.
yeah, I know. It's like fuck you guys, you fucking
Like,
assholes going up for free. I have to fucking struggle through the slums and pay this shit.
Well, you know what though, but what's crazy about that is because I've seen where like people will get the degrees, right? But they got no work experience. I mean, like they'll have like the work studies and all that stuff, but
Right.
I feel like the upper advantage, dude, is like you literally start work at a such like an early age and then go to
Mhm.
school and then do work at the same time to get the experience. By the time
Right.
you've already graduated, dude, not only are you gonna have experience, but a degree that backs up your like, your resume. Which is why, dude, it's it's tough because some
Yeah.
people are like, yeah, I'm just gonna go to school for the 4 years. By the time they like get a job, dude, they're gonna be like landing, I don't know, probably be working at McDonald's or something like that because they're trying to at least find a job in their degree field,
Right.
which which sucks.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Fucking that's part of it too. It's like when it comes, I feel like when it comes to work too, I feel like this might be a I don't know if my opinion is like entirely okay. Basically, it's like I feel like when it comes to work, I feel like experience should trump everything. Like if you know what you're doing and you have an understanding of what you're doing, and like already can show you have shown like a competent skill level of doing what you need to do and understand what you're doing, I feel like that's all you really need. Like, dude, like fucking, I love editing videos. I love filming videos. I love doing everything. I want to make movies one day, but it's hard because I have to. That's something I have to go to school for, and so that's going to be a whole nother mess. So, but it's like I already love doing that stuff. I mean, it's like you see what I do on my off time, like especially recently, like like this, like I've done stuff for my friend, like for my group of friends for stupid stuff. I've like literally like this. I've also done the like okay. For anybody who doesn't know on the podcast, for the intros done that was recently, and then some of the artwork done on the channel here. I did them, and that was just because I got bored and had nothing to do and wanted to fuck around. And I was like, hey man, use this if you want, bro. And pretty much that's like I love editing like a lot. Like editing is my favorite thing to do.
Which,
Uh,
which, by the way, it's fucking baller. It's great, and literally, dude, I can't say that I did that because there's no way that I could edit videos like to your extent. I mean, I try, dude. I really do. Like like the intro that I had, like honey, like yeah, I
yeah,
I kind of had to do like trial and error with that, but
that
like the
one
way.
that one was still pretty good. That was pretty good though. Like oh god, that wasn't like that was pretty good.
No, it,
I
it,
feel
it
like that was a
was.
well put together intro.
I think how long did that take me to get that done? Because I had to use like what is it? What's that program called? I think it's Odyssey.
I think we talked. Ah, I see.
So I had to use that because I had to cut out the like some of the audio because it just like it
Mhm.
didn't match the vibe. So I'm like over here trying to edit and get it to match like without any like with any cuts or like any gaps.
Right.
So I had to do that
Mhm.
for maybe an hour. And then when I finally got done with that, I'm like I was like, all right, dude, now I got to find a whole bunch of clips that I can use, and then
Right.
it's daunting. Like I don't know, dude. For people that like have to edit their own stuff, like it's not just as simple as like, oh, here I'm gonna do this and then just hope for the best. Like, no, you got to put some effort into it. I mean, the videos
Yeah.
are is the easy part, but the hardest is actually doing the actual edits. That's probably the
Right.
hardest part.
You can film whatever you want, but at the end of the day, if you can't edit it together, it's just like it's not gonna work. And
Wi-
so it's like it's just I don't know. It's definitely like a challenge.
Yeah, it is, dude. That's why what is it like when I was doing like the edits and all that, dude? Every time I would come home like from a trip or something, I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm finally like I have all the clips, all I need, and I'm gonna finally start to edit. By the time I would start editing, it'd be like minute five, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna stop right here, and maybe
Right.
I'll do it later. And that's what happened with the Seattle trip, was I had already gotten the
Mm,
clips, and I was supposed to get it done probably within the same week I got back, but I pushed it off until I think it was like maybe February. I was like, you know what? I might as well just get this over with and post it. Which, by the way, dude, like, I'll just be real with you. It's a hobby that I like. I don't know. It's just like actual vlogging of like the trips and stuff, and
Mhm.
like literally just doing the edits. It's a good little hobby of mine. I
Oh
just
yeah.
to save for the pastime, dude. It's just I like to get that done. I don't know. Hopefully it could turn out to be something great, but dude, my hopes are. I don't think I have high hopes for that, dude, anytime soon. But we'll see.
Gotcha. I think it's like as long as you stick to it, I think it'd be fine. Like as long as you have something that's enticing and then like pops out, like I think you'll be okay. I think
I
you'll make it. At least you'll do something. Like it's just a matter of like continuing the grind and like just like getting the rewards of like that grind, pretty much.
so
Like
there.
oh sorry,
Uh,
continue.
no, dude. So there's gonna be another guest, right? That's coming on the podcast soon. And
Mm,
I'm not gonna mention the name, but when it comes to actual like edits, dude, she a fucking A, dude, fucking grade A, like editing. And what she
mm,
does, right, is like she does like edits for like her travels and vlogs, but she doesn't
right.
do it like in the matters of like I don't know, like the douche tubers, you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
fucking like Logan, Jake Paul, Rice Gum, and all that. It's like, hey guys, how's it going? Like, no, she'll like take clips of like whatever she's doing at that like specific time. She'll throw in
Mm.
shaders and shit. I'm just like, gosh damn, I wish she was my editor for all my videos. I'm just like, here you go, here's my clips, dude, and just do whatever you want, you know?
Yeah. Dude, fucking, I definitely like when it comes to vlogging, I definitely love to do that. But I feel like when it comes to that, I definitely like the style where it isn't the Logan Paul. It's something like that. I would say is probably like that other person, because it's like fucking. There's so many goddamn times I can take uh of one guy like every day, just like what's up everybody, like back again with the vlog squad, like all this shit, like um it's like there's so much I can only take you that, but it's like if you have an enticing and you like can do something really cool with it, I'll fucking watch it, man. Like again, editing as well. Like some of my favorite vlogs come from a channel called Super Mega. Have you heard of Super Mega by any chance?
I don't think I have, dude, if I'm being honest.
Okay, just a brief rundown. Super Mega is a Let's Play YouTube channel that has done vlogs. They originally came from a group channel called Syndigo. It's primarily um, Matt Watson and Ryan McGee. They were editors for Game Grumps. Matt Watson was also an editor for Markiplier for a long time. They came together to do a Let's Play and all that stuff after they left Syndigo, because I think one of the founding members of Syndigo, they had died, and they didn't want to upload anything on Syndigo because they didn't think it was right. So they decided to make a new channel and like do stuff between the two of them. And they've been editing stuff they did edits for like the longest time. It's just like Let's Plays, but their live action or their vlogs are some of the best videos that I love. Like if anyone cares to go watch it, one of my favorites vlogging is probably the Super Mega Goes to Japan, the first one. That
Hmm.
one's really well edited. And then a lot of their older stuff too is like their editing is good. It doesn't compare to like their newer stuff, but it's more of the editing, like comedic editing. Like it's edited well to where it's like it fits together in like a comedic piece, and it just fucking works. I want to do something like that, like when it comes to vlogs, but or making videos at that point too. Um, like also too, like one of the things I wanted to do is to for a second branch off of the vlogs or editing. I want to do for as a second job like food or culinary arts, and I want to either like if I don't do something, I want to do something for myself, whether that's like a food truck or restaurant or something. But I need to get to that point, and I want to at least like get the experience of like an actual kitchen job to fully understand that before I hop into like a food truck or whatever. But another thing that I had like talked with a couple family members was
Oh, we at it again.
testing 1 2 3. Hello,
There you go.
my Discord fucking sucks. Okay, okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm back. The other thing was like doing a cooking channel, similar to like binging with Babish, or what his other name is, but it's like Josh. It's like Joshua something. Joshua Weissman, I think.
Right.
Um, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh my god, this fucking sucks, dude. What the fuck? Okay, okay. There you go. Sorry, I just created a pain in my ass. But do something like something along the lines of that, and I'm like, I want to do something like that, but I don't want to do what they're doing. Like, if I want to do something, it's got to be something that like is my own shtick. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it has to be my own. It can't just be the fucking like you can do the same things, right? And that could probably go well. I mean, like it's probably gone well for everybody else, right? And granted, I should probably follow that path too till that dies out. But I want to do something that actually is funny and enjoyable, right? Something that like I enjoy making, that works with me, that everyone else that likes, you know what I mean? And so like I'd have to sit there and fully understand what I want to do. Plus, just at my current state of where I'm at, I want to be in my own space if I'm going to do any video editing or doing anything video wise. Like I can edit all day because it's just one spot. I don't have to move. I don't have to like do anything around my house except for just be here and just work, right? But I have to either go out and do that, and it's like I sometimes I just don't have the mental capacity to do that, or things just don't line up, or I want to do something smaller, but because of where I'm at, I can't really film like everything all at once. So it comes down to a point of just finding the right time to film. And I feel like I don't want to find the right time to film. If I want to film something, I want to film something. So I want my own space to do that. And so until I get that spot, which hopefully will be by the end of this year, um, I I think I'm just gonna focus on the editing craft and figure out what I want to do when it comes to videos, and then go on from there.
That that sounds like a good ass fucking plan right there, dude. I guarantee there's gonna be a point where like if you start your I don't know if you start like a YouTube channel where it's like culinary arts and kind of like
Mhm.
throw in a mix of like your editing and stuff, dude. I guarantee you'll probably go like you'll go places. Which by the way, dude, if you I guarantee you've self taught on how to edit all of
Oh
the
yeah.
shit that you do anyways, man. So I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm 100% self-taught. I mean, it's like all the edits I've done, like the intro I did for your channel, and some of the stuff I've done on my own thing when it comes to like stupid meme videos and like videos that I'm just fucking around with, like the one I did like a few months ago for Destiny 2 to like re-edit a trailer like in a different like same it was like trailer footage from the same game. Like I didn't get the game footage, but it was more re-editing the same footage to make it something, have a different vibe to it, along with some, you know what I mean, have a different vibe to it. And so um all of that was all single-handedly done on iMovie on my phone. Like the green screen and anything green screen, anything audio, anything like anything that was all done on iMovie from beginning to end.
gosh.
It's crazy what you can do with programs as long as you know what you're doing. It is
There's
absolutely fucking insane.
there's no way I could do it on a phone, dude. I need to be on a desktop for that. Like there's just no way for me to ever do like edits like that. So I mean like props to you, dude, because dude, there's a whole bunch of like memes and stuff that you'll throw into the gram
Okay.
and dude, no, I'm not even kidding, dude. There's some fucking good ass editor. I'm like, gosh, damn. It's like I need to step up my game over here and actually do some editing. Which by the way, I think I showed my coworkers my channel for the first time because they're like, "Oh,
Mhm.
you have a vlog channel?" And they're like, "Damn, look at that fucking that intro. Oh, it's all official and everything." And then they're like, "Dude, the subtitles are great." And I'm just like, "Yeah, thanks, dude." And I'm just like, I was like, "Yeah, but I didn't even do the edits." Oh no, that's not the point. This is a good fucking video. I was like, "Oh, thanks, I guess." It's like, "Thanks, I guess." Like I guess it was a good video. It's like I literally
Right.
just kind of came up with what's on my mind. Um,
Yeah.
it wasn't. I don't know, dude. It's just For me, when
Yeah,
it comes to editing, it's just like, well, I don't know, whatever comes in my mind, I guess.
oh yeah, it's like it's definitely like you can film whatever you want, right? You can film just about anything, honestly. I mean, granted, there's some things you can't fucking film, right? But but I think it's like as long as like as long as you can edit well, you'll fucking it will make everything better. Like it will make like just a couple of clips seem like a fucking like just a fucking brand new schmeckin' like product, and it is fucking crazy. And like, if you ever want to get like good at editing, like the fucking best thing is like honestly, just do random edits of stupid shit. That's the best thing I can fucking tell you. Like, stick to a editing program and just edit like fucking anything. When it like literally edit like stupid dumb shit for fucking friends and like your friend group, edit shit for like take test footage from like or b-roll footage from YouTube or anything and then compile it together to make one big fucking thing. Literally like you can do anything as long as you like test the waters and push your boundaries to at least try and figure out if you can do that. Like there was like the longest time I had no fucking idea you can do like half the shit you can do on iMovie. It took me like I think 2 years or 3 years before like I found out you can do that. Like green screen and like audio, some of the audio editing and shit. It is fucking crazy. Like you can do it on the computer, but I don't have a Mac, so I don't have iMovie. But I have an iPhone, which is like a very stripped down version of the Mac or the computer version of iMovie. And it's like it is so bare bones, but like even now with like what you can do with it, like you can still do the green screen, some audio editing and all that stuff. It is absolutely fucking insane what you can do. I think it's just like literally just like if you have like a small idea what you want to try to do or like try to replicate something, just try to replicate it or do something in that style. And then in the middle of that, just try and like you'll find your style in that bit. I kind of found a certain style for my editing, I think, already. I feel like it can be improved on, but it definitely is like there's a foundation that has been laid just because like of years of doing like meme edits or edits with my friends or edits in the case of like the intro for your channel or my YouTube stuff. It's like as long as you push yourself to try and like change it up, like you know what I mean. As long as you try and like try to do it in a way that's like replicates it or something that is like similar but your own way, you'll fucking that's like I think the biggest key of editing. Like I think my biggest goal right now is that I think honestly probably maybe even this week I might buy an editing software. Which software I don't know. I might buy an editing software so I can do like way more fucking advanced shit just on the computer and like edit on the computer and render shit out and just do it that way because iMovie is treating me so well these past few years. But I want to do like more bigger things, and it's like with iMovie 2 on the phone, you're so limited to so many certain things because you're on your phone.
Right.
But you know, I just but yeah, man, it's like fuck. I want to get editing software soon and just like fucking do that shit.
You know,
So
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 for the editing software that I use, it's Filmora, right? And
mhm,
so I bought the subscription, right? Because it's not even a subscription. Like I own the software, but
mhm,
the reason why I got it was because I was in the market for getting a good software program or like editing software
right.
to get started. So I tried Adobe, but that shit you got to pay like for a monthly subscription. I'm like, hell no.
Ooh. Yeah, it's
It's
like it there's a lot of people that use Adobe like definitely and a lot of places that require Adobe for editing and it's like fuck dude. It's like it's one of those things like it's definitely gonna take a while for you to get used to. You're gonna have to like slug through the shit of finding out what you can do in like YouTube tutorials. But it's like it's that monthly fee, dude. Like
it's too
fuck.
high. It's too high. And then what happens, right, is if you want to cancel the subscription towards the towards the end of the contract, because essentially that's what it is. You have to pay like a $45 cancellation fee on
Mhm.
top of the monthly fee that you
Yeah.
have. It's
It's like
stupid.
it's like fucking canceling like a gym membership or like fucking like leaving a house or leaving an apartment to go to a different apartment. It's like the weirdest like power struggle in the world for fucking just video editing. So it's
That,
like
that's
it's
why
like what the
I
fuck.
That's why I have Filmora, dude, because it was like $45 and just like you can get rid of all the watermarks and all that. So instead of having that
Mhm.
made by Filmora, and it's like fuck that, I'm just gonna pay the $45 and that's it. And it's been treating me
Mhm.
well, dude. I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty good software program. It's something pretty light, but it's just the thing that sucks, dude, is if I want to get like Adobe and stuff, I have to upgrade my whole PC. Which, by the way, I don't think I'm gonna do that anytime soon. I already got my PC
Mhm.
like 2 years ago, and it's treated me
Right.
well.
Gotcha. Yeah, dude, fun. I'm trying to update my PC, but dude, the fucking it is the worst time right now to try and build your own PC. It is absolutely insane. Like, do you know any of this by any chance? Like
I
this whole plight?
I do, and well, it's because I work in the tech industry, dude. So I usually get
Mhm.
like the inside scoop of a lot of shit, and
Uh-huh.
dude, there is part shortages for everything. Like literally, dude, like the people that'll call into my line, right? Because
Mhm.
essentially I work in a call center, right? So it's like
Right.
I have to deal with the people that have to deal with the tech and all that stuff, right? Like, hey, my computer's broken. But the thing that what we always get, dude, is is like part shortages, and it's not just the just like that specific thing. It's literally for everything. And the biggest like delay that I've seen is graphics cards. You can't find
Yeah.
graphics cards for anything right now because there's like a
I've literally
glass
yeah.
shortage.
I've literally seen parts for everything except for graphics cards. The graphics cards bit is so I am in like 2 or 3 servers just so I can get notifications and when things drop for my specific build I'm trying to build with my budget. And it is fucking mental because it's like it sometimes they're really fucking bad drops. Like, dude, Best Buy is the worst fucking place right now. Like I've tried 2 fucking times already to try and get a graphics card from Best Buy, and it will fucking just freeze up and then just be like, please wait. And it's like, I don't want to fucking wait no more. Just give me my fucking part.
Oh no, dude, that's the thing about these graphics cards. I was looking to upgrade my graphics from because I have a 1660, so I wanted to go up to the 3070s, which already, dude, there's already a part shortage. So I'm like, well, this is retarded. I don't want to, well, I really should be throwing the R word, so my apologies on that. But it's stupid. It's stupid. And you'll go to like Best Buy and then eBay, and they're all sold out. And if you do manage to find a graphics card, it's the prices are just sky high. So for example, a 3080 will like the retail price is what is it like maybe $300-400. If you go on
Yeah.
eBay or Craigslist, $1,000 for
It's
just a
just
3060. I'm like, what the
it's
heck? It's like
literally just the PlayStation bit all over again. And it's like, fuck. I
it's
wouldn't imagine like until like COVID is oh sorry, Jesus Christ. Um until we're fine on COVID situations, I feel like the mass productions of these things won't be able to hit like a good stable peak until till that point because it's like you can't find a fucking PlayStation 5 anywhere, and if you do, you're fucking lucky. If you can get one, it's the same thing with PC parts. Fucking, if you find one, you got it, but
one of my
good luck trying to
coworkers.
get it.
One of my coworkers had he found what is it like a 3090, and he has the founders edition, and he got it for a fucking good price, dude. He didn't tell me the price, but he said it was a good, like, it was a steal. So he has a 3090 founders edition, and I'm like, bro, how much are you selling that for? And he's like, I ain't selling this to you. And I'm like, you know what? I was like, fair point, because I guarantee you can't find any graphics cards, no matter where you are, dude. Even if you're like in Nebraska, you can't find the graphics cards. They're
You
just
can't
it's
find
a
shit. I mean, it's like I doubt you can find anything locally too because it's like they probably tried to buy up that shit too locally, and it's like even if they had like a graphics card like locally, it is probably like bottom of the barrel or like used and like not good. You know what I mean? It's like maybe it's refurbished, but I feel like when you're buying a PC like that, like brand new, you're not gonna buy fucking like I feel like you want to try and buy new parts. I could be totally wrong about this. I'm not a computer guy. I'm not a tech guy. but like I feel like I feel like when you're buying something new, you want to get everything new as possible, or at least if it's not the newest thing in, it's at least like fucking like if it's like an older like model, it want to be fucking new and like runs on your system well. So
It
it's just like fuck.
That's true, man. And I just that's what sucks about this COVID thing, dude. It's just the shortages and all that stuff, man. Which by the way, I even before we started the podcast, right? We were talking about the whole COVID thing, and I actually wanted to bring it up on this podcast. So the other day, right? I was out in Texas, right, El Paso. But you already fucking know, dude. That's my city, man.
Yes, sir.
So I go to El Paso, right? Because I had like some family things going on, so I managed to like find some time off to go down there, bro. I have never seen like a packed, it almost felt like everything was back to normal. All the stores were open, all of the arcade locations, bowling was open. Like I went to the Dave and Buster's right with my cousins,
Mhm.
dude, packed 100%. And there's like people that didn't have like any masks, and then there were some people that did because like the rule there is like, oh, the governor was like, oh, you don't have to wear your masks, right? You
Right.
literally don't have to. But oh man, dude, it was crazy. Just like everybody's all just chilling in one spot, and you're like kind of in this like claustrophobic thing. Not to say that like it wasn't bad, but I was
Mhm.
just like thinking it's like, damn, what a culture shock from here to
To
Texas.
there. Yeah, dude. It's like I haven't been anywhere out of the state since all this began. But recently, when it comes to the mall, dude, holy shit, it is fucking bizarre, man. It is like a Friday night every fucking day. Like it is in fucking insane. I remember like going with a couple of friends because I needed to get stuff for a date, right? I was getting stuff for a date, and I remember like I saw this couple like just like near each other, and it's like, oh, you can't. It's like, oh, social distance, assholes. You can't be holding hands. Like I'm not like on that like bit, but like I remember like walking past like this bunch of people, and this one couple really like I don't know what the fucking point of this was, but they were like trying to like kiss each other, but they kept their masks on, so they just were like touching face to face with their fucking mask up still. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? like, what does that do? That just gives you a soppy fucking mask if you guys are trying to like fucking make out. Like what mentality do you have that's just like, yeah, this is a good bit.
Dude, there was a Snapchat story where it was like I don't know, because you know how you get like those it's like brother and all these like other Snapchat like stories from like these companies, and there was one where it's like the mask stays on during sex, and I'm like, what the hell? So I kind of was reading about it, and they said like, oh, it's better if you like if you have sex while you have the mask on, and I'm just like, what the hell? Like, what do you gain from that? It's just like it's like you start off. Oh wait, hold on, I gotta go get the mask real quick. I can't. The mask has to stay on, and you're
It's
just
like,
trying to.
yeah, it's like you're already fucking like pounding it, dude. Do you really need like you already got protection in one spot? Do you really like? Does it really matter if you got a face protection? Because you already probably were face to face, mouth to mouth with them at some point, like in that like whole like experience. So it's like, do you really need that? Like, I mean, granted, like you should have a face mask, a social distance, all that stuff, but it's like you're already you're already banging the person. Like if you die, you die. And if it's either by COVID, it might be because or it's either gonna be by COVID or by fucking I'm not gonna say you die of an STD, but you'll probably catch an STD anyways at some point. So it's like either way you're gonna get fucked if one thing happens or the other.
Oh, that's the worst part about it. But yeah, no, dude, it's freaking crazy with these with these people and the mask. I'll say this, bro. It's like, I'll wear the mask whenever it's required. I mean, even in Texas, dude, I still had to wear the mask.
Right.
I was just like, I ain't fucking risking it because already there's already a health problems already with my family, and I'm not trying to risk
Mhm.
them getting a COVID.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
But oh, dude, it's just unbelievable, especially with the mall, dude. Yeah, you're right. Like the other day, I went over because I went to go buy some like pair of shoes, dude. It's like you can't, not even the security guards care, dude. It's like you walk around with no mask, and you're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
I don't like the
Just
security
don't
guards
care.
there.
Some places there's security guards that care, but like I feel like anytime I go to the mall, I have the same thought every time I go through. And honestly, they're probably the same thought too when it comes to this. Anytime I walk in and it's like packed like it is like right now. Honestly, the mentality, what I think every time is like, yeah, I think everyone came to the conclusion that we're gonna die, and if we die, fuck it. I'll die getting an anti-ants pretzel. I'll get COVID for a pretzel. I'll get, it's like I might get COVID, but shit, I gotta get the drip. Like it's like it's like everyone is pretty much like, if you're at the mall, you're ready to die. You're ready to like you already took the risk and you're ready to fucking catch either COVID and or die because you caught COVID. Which I don't want anybody to get COVID. I don't want anybody to die of that. But it's just like a little just thought where it's just like, because there's so many people there and it's like, how the hell do you social distance in the mall? It is like, I know it's physically impossible to do that, because it's like, sure, you can mitigate how many people go in and out of a store or in the building, but because it's so fucking like narrow fucking ways and so many people walking around, there's fucking no room to.
It's like the fucking grocery stores, dude. Like you go down one aisle and they're telling you to social distance, but it's like are trying to get something from like one certain section of the aisle, and then another person like clashes with you, but they're trying to get something like right behind you, and that's like not even social distancing. That's like getting close to personal bubbles, and they're like, dude,
Right.
it's like what the hell?
Yeah.
And then these people get all pissed because like, hey, bro, you need to social distance. I'm like, bro, literally, I'm just trying to get the ketchup over here, and like literally just it was very inconvenient that you had to get something to like get your, I don't know, corns from a can that's literally right
Right.
next to the fucking ketchup. And
Right.
it's like, how the hell am I gonna social distance if I'm trying to get something that I need?
And I feel like also too, when it comes to stores, especially grocery stores, what they'll do is that they'll have the arrows of like, they have the arrows in like which area, like which aisle you should enter in from, or which side of the aisle you should enter from and exit, and then go out. Like it's a fucking like zigzag like thing, and it's like, I get it, but nobody fucking follows that. That's like the stupidest fucking shit ever. Like, no, I mean, it's like, I understand what they're doing, right? Social distancing and all that stuff. But honestly, if somebody is on one side that isn't the entrance side and needs to get like fucking jello, do you really think they're gonna walk to the other fucking side of that aisle just to come all the way back fucking around for a fucking jello packet? Fuck no. Nobody's gonna do that. Like,
Yeah.
like nobody.
It's just like, oh damn, the Jello's right. Oh, I can't enter from this side.
Like,
Ah, fuck, I
it's
gotta go
like,
the other way around.
I will say though, when I go to the mall, that's probably the single hand reason why I love getting the pretzels from Auntie Anne's at the mall, because it's like, you can't be like going to the mall without a pretzel, right?
I
That's just like
agree.
a mall. That's a mall thing. But because of like, there's so many people and there's like a line extended for these fucking pretzels, I literally look at it. I'm just like, next time. And I just like I'm just like, I'm not gonna do this, and I just fucking go back the other way. Like, I'm not gonna wait 20 minutes for one pretzel. Like, you can kiss my ass.
Dude. I think like you have a better chance of going to the Cottonwood one because, dude, I mean, nothing's popping over there, dude. It's so dead over there because everybody's at Coronado.
Oh, dude. Yeah, on everything, like Coronado is like the most, like it's the one like everyone goes to. Not only that, like I have like, I went to Cottonwood right before COVID started, right? And oh wait, hello?
Yep,
Hello.
I'm still here.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. Right before COVID started, I went to the Cottonwood Mall with a few friends that I had met for the first time ever, right? Like I had known them for 5 years on Xbox, met them for the first time because we found out we were in the same city, and I met up with them for the first time in like 5 years. We go to the mall over there, and I just remember, I remember going there and we were walking around. It was like just a mall day, but it wasn't like too packing as like Coronado. Uh, we go. I remember walking into a knife shop or like a sword like knife shop, right? And everything is going fine. And then like the guy is like trying to make his coworkers laugh and like trying to make us laugh because he thinks we're gonna fuck. We're like we're teenagers. We're gonna be like, haha, it's funny, dude. Um, he comes up to us and we're looking at knives because we're just like, oh, these look really cool. And we're like genuinely like looking at these, right? Like we
Right.
may be fucking around with each other, but like we're not like playing around in the store. We're just like making small jokes, but actually interested in the knives. Um, I remember the guy comes up, he's like, oh, like what you guys looking at? And it's like, oh, that one. And then he's like, oh, this one. And instead of pointing at it, he does the fucking like the circle like okay sign and like does it like to do like, ooh, I got you, right? Like, ooh, got him. He did that 3 times. No, I'm sorry, 4. He did it 4 times in the entire store, like back to back. And I literally sat there just like, I'm never going to ever walk in this store again, mainly because of you. Like, like you single handedly ruined my experience with you guys. And I'm okay. And so I remember walking out there just like, you guys are gross. This is awful. And then we I forgot what else we did, but like I just remember going around. We played in the movie theater arcade in there, and dude, fucking, it was. I remember too. Oh fucking, we were so bored at one point because there wasn't too much to do, right? But we didn't want to call it good yet. We didn't know it was still like early in the night. We're like, what do we do? We watched the Impractical Jokers movie.
Oh
Uh,
gosh.
over there because it was out, and we're like, dude, this is gonna be a shit show of a movie. Let's watch it because it premieres in like 15 minutes. Dude, it was probably like the one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Like I love Impractical Jokers. Like, bruh, like I'm a Q and Joe stan, 100%. I hate using the word stan, but like if there was like a degree of like a K-pop like fan girl or like K-pop stan, I would be that for Impractical Jokers.
I agree.
Um, and I remember like just watching that and just being there was only one funny bit. And I'm gonna like, there's only one funny bit, and honestly, spoilers, I don't care, like because who the fuck is gonna go see the Impractical Jokers movie in 2021? Like, if you haven't seen it, you're not gonna watch it. And if you haven't seen it, you've probably seen a clip from it somewhere. Like, do you really care that Impractical Jokers from 2020 is fucking spoiled? Like, it doesn't like. Anyways, there's a bit like halfway through the movie where they make Sal try to be like the number one biggest Jaden fan person, like in the entire of this like Jaden Smith fan rally, and like Jaden Smith is there, and they show off like a Jaden Smith movie, right? And
Mhm.
he does like a fan like Q&A or like questions from the fans, and they get Sal up there just to be like, I'm your biggest fan, and all this stuff, and he shows him like the tattoo he got on his leg, that was like of young Jaden Smith. And I remember like Jaden Smith's like, oh, that's pretty cool. But that was me like a long time ago. You should get one that's like like I'm changed. You need to get a new one, like an updated one. And it immediately cuts to Sal getting a new fucking Jaden Smith tattoo. That's probably that's probably the only funniest bit like in the entire like movie. Like that really I don't know why that threw me for a loop, but it did. And then the rest of the movie was shit. The plot is terrible too. Like I I don't even. Okay, hold on. Am I good? Are we
Yeah,
good?
no, you're good.
Hello? Hello?
You good.
Discord.
You good, homie. Well, something happened. Uh-oh. Well, we a man down. We got a man down. Just remember to use the tombstone. Use tombstone
Okay.
perk.
Okay, there we go.
That's better.
Yeah, it just crashed. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna open it up again. It fully crashed this time. So I'm like, all right.
Damn.
But yeah, it's like such a shit movie.
Dude,
Long story short, it's a terrible movie.
you know what it reminds me of when it's because you recalled, right, the fucking homies, bro, trying to hang out for the first time, dude. I remember when we there is a, I think you've probably seen it, right, but there's a YouTube video that's out, and I think you remember the channel, right, that we made in like middle school. It was like
Yep.
Dumbasses Unite.
Yep. I love that. Like, it's such a terrible video. I just love it because it's just like it embodies like what we used to be, and like it's more of like a nostalgia thing, really, because it's like stupid fucking kids at lunch, like recording, like trying to record a vlog whenever teachers are not around, because we're not supposed to have a fun
Oh,
during lunch.
don't even remind me about that. Dude, that was terrible. It's like
Yeah,
what? It's like why don't you just let us use your phones? Like all the teachers are over here using their phones. They're supposed to be
right.
watching us kids, and they're not supervising us. What's going on
Yeah,
here?
dude. Yeah, no, fucking. Yeah, dude. It's like it's just fucking like, like it was so fucking ridiculous. But that was probably like one of my favorite. But even though like I personally wasn't in it that much, and like I don't think I even talked that much, I was kind of just like a background character for it all. Even though it was my group of friends, it's still funny to look at and just be like, yeah, these were the glory days. Now everything has gone to shit.
Dude, I kid you not, man. Every time I look at the video, it's just like, I like look back and I'm like, gosh dang, dude. It's like I remember when like it was like we used to be some really funny kids, and the thing was too is like uh I think I remember there was I think you might remember this, but I usually try to recall it with like a couple guys that I know, right?
Mhm.
But do you remember there was like a day where we'll just say Adam, right? Adam, right? I guess like I don't know. We were all trying to like hang on this tree
Yes, yes,
branch.
yes, yes. I
Um,
fucking remember this. Fucking everybody was swinging on the fucking tree branch because it was like the fucking thing to do, like because we were so fucking bored. And then fucking Adam did it, and he fucking I don't know what happened, but he lost like grip and landed his fucking spine in the big fucking like indent in the fucking ground.
yeah.
Dude, I think about that like once a month at least. It is like fucking such
It's
a great fucking time.
but
I like
no.
poor fucking like I feel bad for Adam because he fucking like that must have fucking hurt, but like it will still stay with me that I was like it's just like it's a memory you fucking remember where it's like everyone's doing this and then like you see somebody eat shit and it's like you feel bad for the guy and I still do when I think about it, but it is such a fucking trip
But see
just to remember.
what was the stupid thing? Well, like the stupid part was that like Adam was as he was trying to like hang on the tree branch. I don't think he had like a good grip every once in a
Yeah,
while. But freaking
I
Sebastian,
don't. Yeah,
he was like, dude, don't be swinging on the tree branch. You're gonna fall and like you're gonna see what's gonna happen. Like he's like being the dad figure, and Adam's like, nah, no, that's like not gonna happen. It's like you don't tell me what to do, and boom, he falls on the ground, and Sebastian kind of like
I
he just
remember
stands
him
there
saying
laughing.
that. It's
And
like I remember. I
he's like,
was like,
he's like,
dude,
see, I
oh my
told you, man.
god.
He's like, see, I told you,
But
you didn't listen to me. And oh, dude, it's a classic. Because I feel bad because of that moment, but I mean, he was our punching bag. So I mean, it was the funniest thing ever, man. I still feel bad, but you know,
I
when you
yeah,
got when you get told to not do it and you do it, and then that's what you get as an end result. I mean, you can only blame yourself for just not listening.
yeah, dude, fucking like I like fucking Adam was such a nice guy. You know what I mean? Like he's fucking like I like fucking I feel bad like for like the like shit he went through and like everything. So I'm just like fuck, dude. Like honestly, like there's shit like we could. I mean, we were fucking stupid kids, so we could probably have been way better about it. But it's like You're stupid kids. You're stupid kids. You're gonna do like stupid shit and say stupid shit, and like, you know. But it's like, dude, I hope he's. I have not talked to him in a long time, but I hope he's doing well.
I
But
think I
yeah,
think he
but
is.
yeah. But fuck, dude. Like I'll forever be one of my favorite fucking moments. Just seeing like all that unfold. And it's like I remember just feeling bad for him, but it's just like again, it's just like it's one of the moments that just kind of stick with you.
It's yeah, no, dude. I again, I feel bad for him though because he was such a though he was the biggest punching bag dude, and he kind of took like all the hits from everybody. But dude, one of my I always like this moment of the group, right? Because there's three moments, right? So it's that first one. It's when Adam fell on his spine right on that little big ass part right on the
Mhm.
concrete. The second one was when we got that eighth grade awards ceremony going, right? And apparently, right, I guess Michael just never won an award. And it just, I guess for some reason in the eighth grade year, Zevs, right, Michael,
Mhm.
he was like, oh, he's like, I finally got an award. And I think it was because of like some tech or I don't know, some bullshit like that. And we were
Mhm.
all like, yo, is it because of perfect attendance? And dude, he would lose his shit. He's like, bro, shut the fuck up. It's like, dude, shut up. It's not because of that. It's like, bro, it's like you got a perfect attendance. Hell yeah. Like we were so proud of you. And he just used to get like all salty. It's like, dude, it's not this. No. It's like, shut up. It's like, I know I miss class a lot, but damn, he's like, you don't got to rub it in my face. And they're like, yeah, it's like we got perfect attendance too. We're
I don't remember that. I don't. I might have not been there for that day, but I don't remember that.
I,
Jesus.
I remember that for sure. Hold on, dude. Let me. Yeah, I'm gonna put a timestamp on this real quick, cause, dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've been trying to hold in this. Dude, I gotta go to the bathroom so bad.
Sounds good, dude.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna 126. All right. All right. We're gonna take a little pause here, but I'll be
Oh,
back.
bye. La 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 la. Ooh.
Uh,
Welcome back.
I had to make sure I try to cut this out because, dude, yeah, I had to use the restroom pretty bad, dude. Oh boy.
No, you're good.
So yeah, I just gotta cut that part out. Um, what was I talking about? I think it was like the yeah. Okay, so I was talking about the what is it? The attendance award. So yeah, that
Yeah.
happened, which was again probably one of my favorite moments because he was fucking pissed. He's like,
Mhm.
bro, so shut the fuck up. I didn't I I I got something. I got an award for the first time, and it's like you guys are just bashing me. And dude, he lost his shit. I was like, bro, it's okay, dude. Like perfect attendance is pretty fucking rad, and he's just just losing his mind.
Right.
But it was that, and then well, I don't know if this is probably like your best moment or not. Um, but can you recall the eighth grade dinner dance?
Yeah. I can recall it, not to a T, but I can remember some bits.
So one of the I like to bring it up on some occasions because again, dude, that's probably one of the best moments that that I had because
Mhm.
I just remember, dude, like it was a bunch of like the nerds, and then of course you had like the athletes and all that stuff. I hate to be like stereotypical about it, but I kind of have to in
Right.
this case. But
Mhm.
everybody was like just fucking chill. Like I just remember just like all of the athletes like Ashby and who else was it, like all of like the popular chicks, right, like Eileen and all them people, right? The most popular would like get together, dude, and everyone was just having a good time, just chilling. Everybody was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, man? It's like long time no talk." But to give you a story, because I remember everybody was there. Uh, I guess you could say like the Eileen, right? You're probably one of like the hottest chicks right of our of middle school, right? Comes over to our group and she's like sitting down. She's like, "Hey guys, like how you guys doing?" And we're everybody's just there, kind of like, "Oh shit, it's fucking oh shit." It's like I don't know what to say. We're so fucking nervous. And so she's sitting there, she's like, "How's your guys' day going?" I was like, "Oh, it's pretty good." And everyone's just sitting there and they're all quiet because everybody doesn't wanna they don't know how to engage in conversation. So it gets to the point where like she gets up and she says, "Does anybody want to dance with me?" And everyone was just like looking at each other. It's like we don't want to fucking dance. And I'm just like the volunteer. I'm like, yeah, I'll join. And so I go out to the dance floor and like we start dancing. And then I come back to like to the boys, the OGs. Everyone's like, yeah, man, like
Mhm.
that's fucking rad. Like, look at you being like look at you being the pimp over here. Look at you being all like, the man of the night. It's like you got this, man. Like this is your night. And I was like, oh yeah, this is it's fucking great. And yeah, I mean, other than that, dude, that was a really fun night. That hands down, dude, probably one of the
Oh
best moments of like a middle school. Dude, was that eighth grade dinner dance. I know your story was different, but towards like the end,
yeah.
I don't want to. I hate bringing it up because because the fucking traitor. We know who the fucking traitor is, dude, of that group. Like our
Mm,
Ju,
mm,
Judas, fucking bought took the 30 silver coins and dude, I get that was terrible. And I remember
mm,
hearing it in an Xbox Live party. Like what is in Michael? Like we got back home and we're like, oh, like oh, that was such a good night. Playing some GTA 5 on the Xbox One. Good times. And then just I don't remember if it was like Michael or Sebastian, but he's like, hey guys, I got some bad news. And so he tells us the story, and we're like, oh, it's like this fucking Jude, like Judas over here is selling his he'd be selling our boys out. What the hell was he doing? It was fucking terrible towards the end. But you know what? I don't even know what that man is up to. Probably being a pimp.
yeah. I don't. Yeah, I haven't really caught up with him. I had messaged him once back when I graduated because I was like, hey dude, uh, I was like, I'm just moving on a chapter of my life from school and everything, right? Graduated. I sent like a few people messages, right? I
Mm.
remember messaging that person, just like, hey man, listen, we had shit happen from each other, right? And I'm not here to. I'm just here to fucking just say like, fucking shit happened, man. And honestly, I don't care anymore. Honestly, it's whatever. Like if you want to keep in contact, whatever, it's fine. And I'll, like I'm down to like catch up one of these days. But I was just like trying to like not have bad blood or anything. Like just leaving high school, even though like we didn't go to the same high school. Like us, like me and that person didn't go to high school with each other. So it was
Right.
just kind of like one of those things where it's just like you still want to like make sure. I just didn't want to have bad blood, and that was it. We didn't really like talk or do anything about it. I mean, like we talked and like talked about maybe hanging out or whatever, but like nothing came out of it. But I was just like, you know, it's just is what it is, I guess.
It
Nothing you
is.
really do.
It is what it
Mhm.
is.
It is what it is.
It is what it
It
is.
is what it is.
But
That's just
yeah, no, dude,
like
I miss that group so much, dude, because that was again, dude. It was just like that was the fucking squad, man, dude. It's
it
like
was, man. It totally was like just getting together every day, sitting at the table, fucking shooting the shit, doing really stupid shit, or like just fucking time, man. And it was like definitely fucking good times. I miss them like a lot. But it's like as we grow up, that's just how things are. You know what I mean? Just you're gonna grow up. You're gonna things are gonna time's gonna pass. I mean, like how long has that been? Like what? Maybe almost like 6 years now. Like it's been
almost,
over
yeah.
half. It's been almost half a decade since like all that shit, and so it's like it's just fucking crazy, man. I remember like there's so many things. I just remember going to school every day. I remember some of the middle school dances. The eighth grade dance is definitely that one was definitely memorable for reasons that won't be explained on here. But definitely for good reasons. I remember too. I found a footage the other day. That was the eighth grade dance. I
No
found
fucking
pictures and
shit.
footages. Like it wasn't too much, but there was one of Michael in a cutout like superhero cutout, and he had like a face, he had like a really weird face in the photo, and like it was so fucking great. And then I remember all the boys. Right. Yeah. All the boys are hanging out and all this. Hold up. Can you hear me right?
Yeah,
Hold
no, I
up.
can hear you.
Hold
Yeah,
up. Uh,
I can hear you, homies.
okay. All right. Sorry. I don't know. Discord is doing the same thing again. But
You chill.
yeah, it was just like I remember the cutout photo. I remember spending time with the people that I was trying to spend time with. I remember spending time with you guys. I remember that night too, but even before the dance, like we had that one restaurant cater for burgers, and we had like fresh burgers at the school. That was fucking cool as shit.
Oh, it was
Uh,
fucking good ass burgers, dude.
Good ass burgers, man. And then I remember I also remember at one point, I don't remember what the song was. It's been a while since I've seen the video. But it was like everyone's in a circle, and I remember recording, and everyone's like just like bopping, and I think it was Michael Smart, or it was Michael Smart. He was fucking like breakdancing in the middle, and everyone's like, "Yo!" And like everyone like people take turns in the breakdance circle. We had like a breakdance circle, I guess, like in the middle of the crowd. Everyone like lost their shit. It was such a like I just remember sitting there just like, "Yo, let's fucking go!" Oh man, that was like.
You have to send me that, dude, because I'm trying to do some nostalgic shit with that, you know.
If I find it again, which I'm pretty sure I can, I'll send it to you for sure.
Hell yeah. But no, yeah, dude, it was good ass times, man.
Good time.
I wish it was like things were a lot more simpler back then. I even remember, dude, when as far as like middle school, dude, like whenever we migrated over to the to high school, you know, like all of the what is it? Well, I mean, I spent like a year right in Del Norte, and then I went over to I moved over to a different school, dude, because you know I was just like I was like I don't want to be in fucking Del Norte forever, dude. It's like I'm trying to do something new. I'm trying to leave, and
Mhm.
that's what happened. But I have a video of the day that you and I went over to a talent show. It was I think it was my first ever talent show, but I was like, "Yo, dude, you want to go to the talent show and just like let's see what's bopping?" And we're like, "Hell yeah, let's go, let's do
Yeah,
it."
yeah, I remember we were sitting there like making fun of like half the people because you're just like, dude, oh my god, that was so fucking fun, dude. I remember that was like my first talent show as well, and I remember we went there and fucking just that was such a fucking fun time.
We were at the fucking end of the row, and just like whatever came up. I know that there was like some good ones. So we were like, oh, you know what? We'll cut them some slack. But I remember there was like this one where it's like they get up and like just heavy metal starts playing. I have the video, so I'll see if I can try to send it
Yeah,
over. Where it's
fucking
like,
dude,
wake up, and dude,
wake
you could
up.
just. You can hear us in the background, dude. We're just losing our shit, and dude, every time I look at the video, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, dude! It was just that was so much fun because we couldn't control it. We were like trying our best to just hold in the laughter, but we just couldn't. I have the video. I'll have to send it over, but
God, you have
man,
to send that. Yeah, I think I still have the video somewhere on my computer. I think of it's the we were in the hallway of we were in the hallway freshman year in the old in like the theater building, and I just remember like I don't know what the bit was. Oh, it was like me, Michael, you, and like some of the other like girls that were like hanging out with us at the time.
right?
um we were there, and um let me see if I can actually find it right now. Hold on. Okay, it's among like a list of shit, so I have to look through it. But I just remember like we were hanging out, and then we have video of you like doing the Naruto run in the hallway and just
No,
trying to keep up.
no,
I
no.
I kind of want to look right now actually,
Oh
because we
no, dude, no. I remember. Oh, dude, I remember that. I think it was. Oh man, dude, I remember
Yep,
that.
I'm looking at it right now. It's the Snapchat video. It's slowed down. You're running through the hallway. You have a blue like jacket, and you're running, and I can't catch up, and like you're kind of almost slipping, and then you hit the door just to walk out. Yep, there you go. You're like standing fine, and then you dive forward and just do full fucking sprint. Let me see if I can recognize the other people in here. I think that's Savina. That looks like Nadia. Maybe is that Yennefer? I can't tell, but
I think
that's
I think what is it, Shelly? Yeah, it was because I
yeah.
remember she
Oh,
was a
that
part
was
of it.
definitely yep. That her too. God,
Yeah,
dude.
that's fucking memories,
It's
man.
old, dude.
Dude, it's a fucking.
Old fucking iconic video.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna. I think I might have that video, but dude, I haven't looked in the albums for so long. Speaking of albums, the thing that sucked. So whenever I moved to Utah for the first time, right? And dude, I
Yeah,
kind of made like
Mormon
a
City, huh?
Dude, I made a whole ordeal about it. Like I hated it because I was supposed to go to was it Next Gen, right? The charter school that's like next to Del
Mhm.
Norte. So I gotten the acceptance letter, and I was ready to go. And so by the time the big old project for eighth grade was over, my mom kind of just like came into the room and she said, "Hey, you're going to we're leaving to Utah, so we're packing our stuff and we're gonna go. Or your brothers are gonna stay behind, but you're coming with us because well, I mean you're just a kid, dude."
Right.
So I made a whole ordeal about it, and I had pictures of all of like the shit that we did since like probably like sixth to eighth grade. All of the photos, the selfies, and I still can recall like this one photo from the eighth grade dinner dance that I wish I still had, but I guess I didn't. But it was like a picture of all of the homies, and there was like the student aid teacher that used to work for one of the teachers. And dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. When I had that photo, because I mean, this fucking middle school, dude. So when it was like the student aid teacher, where you're like, hey man, you gotta send that over to me because it's the it's us and the student aid. And I was gonna do that, But by the time I got over to Utah, I was trying to back up the photos of everything that I had prior,
Right.
and I don't know what happened, but something went wrong with the backup, and something went wrong with my PC at the same time, and I had it sucks because it still hurts me to this day. I had finally gotten the phone to work finally, and all of the photos that I had ever taken gone in like a snap of a finger. Everything was gone, and
Yeah.
I even tried to sing like, "Oh no, like all my photos are gone." So I'm trying to like see if I can do like like a backup or something like maybe from a previous time, and nope, all of the photos were gone, dude. I was so pissed, and I'm like, "There's like fucking Utah, dude." It's like this shit had to happen in Utah, and yeah, no, dude, all of the photos are gone. So all of the photos that I have were from like the time I was in Utah to now, and yeah, dude, it sucked. But I think I still have some photos of like from I still have photos from the Utah to like to the time I went to Del Norte, and then of course when I migrated over to was it to my main school, right? It was like the Career Enrichment Center. So I
Mhm.
had so I still have that, and then basically all of the photos till now. But I so wish that I had the photos from middle school because dude, there were some good ass photos that I had taken, but I guess they were just gone in a heartbeat.
Those fucking are the worst ones to fucking see, man. To see him like completely missing. That's the most heartbreaking shit.
I was so heartbroken, and and you know what else was so heartbreaking, dude, was just the fact like I was in Utah, and you know I kind of always like remember of how much like I hated it, but like liked it at the same time. So kind of give you like some backstory because I don't even think I've told you like the experience of how it was like up there.
I don't think you did not fully know.
No, so check this out, right? So I had me and my mom and dad, we finally got accustomed up there. So we were, yeah, I mean, we were still like kind of sad, but we finally like got over it. So everything was going like
Mhm.
pretty smooth, right? My brothers, right? It was a different story, dude. But I had finally we finally got ourselves accustomed, and I remember there was a time where I don't remember. I think it was like this couple comes up to the doorstep of our house, and they had baked us like cookies and all these like baked goodies, and if anything, the first question that they asked whenever we like introduced ourselves, "Hey bro, are you Mormon?" And that's, if you're not Mormon, all I'm just gonna say is that you're not gonna have a pleasant time up there because this is like Mormonville. So if you're not Mormon, right, I guess in a sense, right, you can't really be accustomed, and you have to find like, cherry pick a certain group of people that are not Mormons to kind of be friends, if that makes sense. And so we finally got to the point where it's like, oh, we're not Mormons, we're Catholics, and the neighbor was like, oh, that's cool, and all, we welcome you to Utah. We'll be the first ones to tell you that.
Oh,
Oh, let me guess, it crashed
okay.
on you again. Deegz is down. He's down again. Deegz.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, it happened again. I can still hear you though. I can still hear you. Don't worry.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Am I
He's back.
back? Okay, there we go. Fucking hell. God.
What did you catch?
I just um
I'll restart. I'll restart from the beginning again.
last thing I remember hearing was you guys had just got over just being sad for moving like from states. That was the last thing before my Discord fucking blew up.
Fuck. Okay, no, I'll restart over. Right. Um, so yeah, no, we finally got ourselves accustomed. The neighbors across the street had come over right to introduce us to the neighborhood,
Mhm.
and they came to our door. They gave us the goodies, and we're like, yeah, hey, what's your name? Blah blah blah. The first question that came out of their mouth: Are you Mormon? Are you Mormon? Like you know, and here's the thing, right? Is like I'm not trying to bash on the Mormons because I know there's a girl that I know that's Mormon, and by the way, she's pretty cool. So I can't really I can't say that this is like all Mormons because it's not really the case. But for
Right.
some, they said, "Oh, are you Mormon?" And my dad was like, "Oh no, we're not Mormons. We're we're Catholics, very devoted Catholics." Oh, that's pretty cool. Blah blah blah. Hey, I'm gonna bring my son over so that he can get to know your son, and we'll kind of come over and just introduce ourselves, et cetera, et cetera. We're like, all right, that's pretty cool. We like maybe 2 hours later, they said that they were gonna come over. Yeah, they never did. They kind of just they never showed up to our doorstep. They never said hi. And like the times that we did like see him, I guess they just kind of gave us like the dirty look, and then that was it. Um, so we're like, all right, well, this is a big culture shock. So we're gonna have to get ourselves like even more accustomed and try to like cherry pick our people.
Blend
So
in.
right, so well, I mean, like we weren't gonna just say we were Mormons like flat out,
Oh yeah, no,
uh,
I'm just joking. Yeah.
So, uh, I finally get to school, right, and I'm already like starting to make like a good like group of friends already. Like there's some like a dude named Sebastian who probably was one of the coolest guys that I know, who kind of like helped me out throughout the whole like through the whole process of middle school. Which, by the
Mhm.
way, I still was in middle school by the time I was up in Utah. I was in middle school again, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh really? Wait, why?
So, so it's seventh, eighth, and ninth grade is considered junior high, right? I guess it's
Oh, okay. So like your freshman year, like
freshman,
that was like your last year. Okay, I get it. Okay.
right? So the whole project of my eighth grade stuff, like, oh, you're exciting. You're finally gonna go over to high school. You're gonna be a freshman. By the time we moved over to Utah, and my mom was trying to call up the high school, they said, nah, you got to go back to middle school because that's ninth grade is junior high. So I was just fucking pissed. Um,
Yeah.
so I was like, well, the full fucking project and the whole like celebration just meant pure shit.
Right.
And that so again, right? Like the homies like Sebastian, there's Colton, Gage, all these guys that I met up there, and Lorenzo. The fucking guy is amazing. But I remember there was a time, right, where I finally got everything adjusted, and I was talking to this girl, which by the way, dude, at the time I kind of had like a very big like crush. I saw her for the first time. I'm like, oh gosh. I'm like, damn, she's pretty as hell. But I was just like a wimp to even just say hello at the time.
Uh-huh.
So finally, I kind of had like the balls to just say hey and start like engaging in conversation, and things are going like pretty well. By the time I was about to make like some sort of like move or just kind of go a little bit further with with like the friendship, my mom comes over to the room just like she did in back home, and she said, "Hey, we're moving back home." And I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" And I'm like, "Well, why are we moving now?" And it's just because like they wanted to move closer to the family. But I was like, "Damn!" It's like I kind of had like a thing going here. Like everything was going pretty well, and I was gonna make like a move with this chick, and yeah, it kind of just it stopped because we had to move back. So my opportunity to like actually have a pretty good relationship, I would say, if it was like hypothetically speaking, if everything worked out well, would have been pretty nice. But yeah, that just never happened because my mom was like, "Oh, we're moving now," and that was
Got it.
really it.
Yeah, I remember moving from Florida to here, man. That was like a trip for me. Like I don't know if I ever like told like this story to you or like any like yeah, I don't know if I ever brought up this story. But whenever I moved from Florida to here, we drove all the way from state to state here. And I remember just like fucking, I left third grade behind like halfway through, and I'm just like missing like all my friends that I fucking like grew up with, and fucking, now I have to make new friends at a new school, right? And basically, like, unfortunately, like, when, especially when it comes to like people close to, right? In that case scenario, like you want to keep close to them and shit. I have not talked to anybody like since I left, mainly because I didn't really have any way to contact them, or
Mm-hmm.
like we just grew apart really because it's been years. Um, and I just remember I remember coming here. Everything was fine. I remember moving in, and then I remember I was going to the school that I was going to. I start school, and I remember like they were teaching us. I don't know if they started teaching us multiplication at this point, like because it's like third grade. Like they were, but like my school didn't really teach us it just yet, right? They were like they had they were doing a weird bit with it. But um by the time I got here, they're already like discussing like doing multiplication stuff, and I'm like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Like, I don't know what's going on. And so like it took me like a little bit of a second to get used to. And I remember like what he would do is he had everyone do the same test, and if you fucked up the test, you had to take the same test the next time everyone else took the next test, and it would be like on a certain day too. So I remember I just like wasn't thinking because I just like wasn't too sure what I was looking at, because it's like you're a fucking third grader, right?
Right.
You're fucking right. You're just like fucking a kid, not really all there. And I remember like I fucked up one question on accident just because I was like, oh, like just going through, and then without looking at it, I just kind of like wrote a number that wasn't the right number. While everything else was the same. Like, you know what I mean? Like I wrote the wrong number, and it was like the beginning one, and it was like 0 times like a number. And so it was just like like it's not hard to fuck up, right? But it's like if you're not paying attention and you're used to like just seeing like what's 0 plus 1? Oh, that's 1. I think that might have been it. I think it was like a 0 times 1, and I thought it was fucking. I just put 1 because of like instinct. Wasn't even because it was like I fucking thought the answer was 1. It was just like 1 because I just fucking mental instinct. And remember I got it back, and it was like if like it was also like if you had to perfectly pass it. It wasn't like oh, you got one wrong, you can move on. No, you had to like get every question right. If you didn't, you had to redo it again.
That's
I remember
retarded.
right, and so I had to retake it like the day we did the test, or I got my results back, and I was sitting next to two people. I was sitting next to you can probably cut this out or like bleep it out in the podcast because I don't know. I doubt they're gonna watch this, but just in case. I uh they like were the two people sitting next to me, and like they saw that like I fucked up on one question, and I remember they were just like, what do you fucking like, I don't remember the exact words, but they pretty much called me fucking stupid. And I was just like, wow, you're a fucking really stupid kid. Fucking couldn't get one answer, like you fucked up on one question, like you're really
fucking
fucking stupid. And
fucking
they like kind of just
assholes.
I know, I just kind of sat there. I was like, okay. And like everyone like, I went to school with back in Florida was like very nice. You know what I mean? Even though we're kids and kids can be fucking assholes, everyone was nice. But as soon as I get here, complete different change. Like everyone was pretty much like, do not fuck with me. I will fucking end you. I'm in third grade. You touch my shit, I will literally destroy you. My dad has guns. I own Halo Anniversary Edition on Xbox 360. You can't do shit. Like that type of mentality. And it was just like fucking mental.
Gosh, damn, dude, hey, man, this is accidents happen, man. You don't gotta go out of your way to be like, wow, you fucking retarded, or like, hey, you stupid.
Right.
And you know what, dude? It's like, I actually follow, how is it? Hold on, let me put a timestamp here real quick. And yeah, dude, it's weird to see like these people change, man. Like this dude was like an athlete, fucking baller status, right? And now I think he's, what is it? Like he's a drug dealer. So
Dude,
he's fine.
honestly, like I failed to see anybody who isn't fucking selling drugs at this point. like even if it's like a side gig or a main gig, somebody's selling drugs somewhere. Like it's somebody's doing it. Like somebody we know. Like I would honestly say like either half or a good like over a quarter of the people that we knew or met are most likely dealing drugs right now. Like,
Yeah, that
I
sounds
could
about right.
like fucking um like there's a whole like friend group that I have that just all they do is fucking like half of them sell fucking drugs. And like what's weird too is like especially today, like like if you smoke weed or like do anything, like I don't care, live your life, I'm not gonna fucking judge you. Like that's not what I'm trying, that's not what I'm saying here. It's just crazy to think like, see, it's just mainly because weed has become more acceptable as like time has grown, right? So it's starting to become legal, starting to become more acceptable, but because of that, like I feel like everywhere you fucking go or anyone you talk to, like somebody's smoking something or doing something. Like some people like won't even like talk to you if you don't fucking smoke or like do drugs. Like some people are like really stuck about that, and it's like fucking weird because it's like I'll do, it's like I'll do what I do, whatever when I do, but like I'm pretty much like I don't really touch drugs, especially hardcore drugs. I will never do hardcore drugs. The farthest I will ever go is like marijuana, right? That's the farthest I'll ever go when it comes to drugs. But even then, I don't even do it that much because it's just like it's such a hassle to like kind of deal with that whole process, and it's just like I'm okay. Like it's not worth it. I'll just like I don't know. I'll play video games, get a different high,
Right.
get my own high somewhere. You know what I mean? It's like it's like I don't like if I do like marijuana or anything, I will do it as like a thing if like I'm hanging out with friends that I'm not driving or putting myself at risk. I'll do it and like just to have a good time, like to have a good time, like not to say like oh I need weed or anything to have a good time. Like that's not what I'm like. That's not at all. It's just like if everyone's doing it and I'm not being peer pressured. Like if it's my choice, and again I'm not driving or anything, and I feel like and if I want to, I'm going to. I'll do it. Like if I want to. But if not, like even the slightest, like I'm not sure, or like it could be like 99% that I like I want to do it, but if there's like that 1%, I probably won't. Like I most likely won't just because of that 1% where I'm just like, no, I'm okay.
Yeah,
Like I don't want to.
that's me too, dude. Especially with like the whole like weed stuff, dude. Because what is it like? I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. As far as like the weed and stuff, it's like too overhyped, and like I've done it, bro. I mean, there's no lies. Everybody has to at least done it at some point in their
Yeah.
life. It's like the first experience, and I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like especially you being a teenager and stuff. You're gonna be like prone to that. You're gonna be like, oh well, like let me try this for the first time. Let me see how it's like. But
Hmm.
but to me, dude, it's like I don't want to do it because I don't like it sucks for me. I mean, I get like a good laugh here and there, but I hate dealing with the fact that I'm just high. Like I'll know for a fact I'm high, and I just hate the idea that I'm high. And
Right.
yeah, I gotten pretty much like offers like, hey man, you want to like smoke a joint or something? I'm like, nah.
Mhm.
It's like I'm good, dude. It's like I don't want to deal with that anymore. And sometimes, dude, even it's like tempting. It's like, oh, like come on, man, it's just it's available, it's free. I'm like, yeah, I know it's free, dude, but I'm not gonna. It's like I'm not gonna do it. This is like I don't want to deal with it. Like number one, dude, it's just I don't want to deal with like the consequences of like just driving home, which which by the way, dude, is fucking scary. But
Oh yeah,
no,
that's like literally if you drive home like smoke it, that's pretty much just like another like you're pretty much risking yourself to get like a DWI or something like that.
yeah,
Because you're
that's
driving under the influence, like you know what I mean. So it's like, hey, dude, fucking, especially if you do like a lot too, um, like a story, like I had, like I hadn't, well, I don't usually smoke or anything, and if I do, it's like it's like in between like long gaps between each other. So like my tolerance for it is very low every time I do. I went I think 2-3 years straight not smoking. I think
yeah,
or like
yeah.
not doing anything with weed and like like not and I say that as if like I was doing it every day. It was more of like pretty much just like I do it like it was the same ground rules that I have then what I have now. I only do it on certain occasions, like special occasions. It's like a birthday or somebody leaving or something like that. I actually have a list of people that I need to get high with because I told them that I would, but because back right when this was going to happen, uh, my dog died, and I was like, I'm not getting high after I just buried my dog.
God
like
damn.
like I'm not doing that. Like yeah, I don't expect you don't expect me to sit here and hit a fucking joint or anything after I just buried my dog. Like it's not happening. Like I'm sorry, but we'll have to rain check. You know what I mean?
Right.
We still haven't, but it's whatever. But I have a low tolerance for it. So anytime like I smoke, I get fucked up. Like I get stupidly fucked up. Like not like blackout drunk type of fucked up, but I'm pretty much fucking like I'm pretty fucking stupid when I'm high. When I get high, and one of the worst things that you could probably do is um take an edible and be told that hey eat this in like eat this in certain sections. You're not supposed to eat all of it all at once because it has a lot in it. And I had an edible like that. You're supposed to eat it like 5 times, right? It's like spread out between 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
I ate 3/4 of it in one bite. And
Oh.
like everything was fine, and I wasn't driving the night, and I was gonna hang out with my friends. We're driving, or like I was waiting for them. I was playing Warzone, and like towards the end, it started kicking in, and I was like, oh, like this is the normal feeling, right? Like just normal feeling. And then as soon as I had to leave, that was probably it. I had never been that fucked up in my entire life, and it was honestly, it was fucking scary. Like I wasn't like there about to shit my pants, but like dude, like oh my god. I remember like getting ready, and I felt like I fell asleep on the floor, and I thought my friends were outside waiting for me, and then I thought I was asleep for like an hour for them waiting for me. I got up in a panic, and then I thought somebody told me that like somebody was out there talking to the car in front of my house. I was like, that's my friends. And then like I tried getting out, and then I thought like it was my family members talking to them because it's like 10 at night and a random car pulls up, and I forgot to tell them like, hey, I'm heading out. um, and so I thought they were out there talking to him, giving him shit, and like there was nobody out there at the car. And then I come back inside, and I'm like, "Didn't you say that somebody was out there talking to the people in the front?" And my family members looked at me just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I remember sitting there just like having a fucking breakdown. I was just like, what the fuck?" And like what felt like 40 minutes was like a minute or two. It was
Gosh.
like I was fucking far gone. I remember getting in the car, and I remember we're going on the highway, and I'm fucking tripping out because I can feel like I thought I was feel like I can feel the velocity at the car the fucking that we're going in the highway, and I can feel us like fucking on the road, just like as if like I was feeling the road, like I was just like I can just like feel the emotions. I'm like, oh my god, why are we going so fast? And then we get to the place that we're hanging out at, and they said they're ordering pizza. And from what my friend told me, apparently like every 2 minutes, I asked like, "Hey, aren't we getting pizza?" And every time, like I'd stand there and like start checking out for like a second, and it feels like 20 minutes have passed. Like it is.
uh,
Sorry, my bad. I'm trying this. This thing has been working lately. If I mute myself and unmute, but like I was fucking gone, dude. Like I felt like I was going through time and space. Like what felt like an hour was only 10 minutes or like 5 minutes. I was sitting there just like losing my mind. I felt like I was there for fucking like 2 days. Like I was so just like gone. And fucking it's like as long as I have a safe space for that, I think it's fine. For me that night, I had a safe space. Then I didn't. Because of because something happened. I won't bring it up or go into it. But like what I thought was gonna be a safe place, like it went like it didn't really turn out to be. And then I ended up going home, like still like baked out of my mind, just like tripping because I was like, what the fuck? And then I get home and I pass out, and I was out for like the entire day. I think like I went to sleep at like 3:30 in the morning, and then I woke up at like 3 in the afternoon. I was gone completely, like just and like I still felt like, dude, it was so bad. I felt like I think I still like was feeling it when I woke up because fucking I had a bad fucking memory. I had like bad memory that night, and like I like forget shit like so fucking quickly. And the next day was literally just the same thing of just like, what the fuck? Like I like every 30 minutes I'm like, what am I doing? Like I'm literally sitting there just like, what the fuck? Like I'm like just kind of slightly tripping out, but I'm more there. So I'm just like, okay. So yeah, note to self, or note to everybody who's listening, don't take more than what you're supposed to unless you're ready to fucking uh, go through absolute hell and you have a safe space. Make sure you have an absolute safe space with good friends, and yeah, pretty much it. Just be careful. I mean, pretty sure if anybody's taking edibles, they probably know this, but like, just that's my story of just edibles. It's like it's fun. Like you have to like be there. You have to like experience it to understand it. But like it's definitely something don't go fucking balls deep into. If
Hell
you do,
no.
you're gonna get fucked. And it's just like you're gonna be like in different timelines, man. And it is completely like insane. And it wasn't even like any, it wasn't like a laced edible. It wasn't like uh like it wasn't like anything laced or just fucking or fucking anything. It literally was just like a normal fucking like just edible to get you high like as shit. And it was just like a large potent like amount of weed in it. And I was just like, oh, I remember like tasting the weed in my mouth for like 2 days. I was just like, it's like fuck.
Yep, yeah.
It's so fucking like edibles are the I feel like edibles are the like don't start off with edibles if you fucking want to try weed. Do not start out with it, but like if you want to experience a fucking trip, that's like edibles are like the fucking pretty fucking funny to go through.
uh,
Like again, as long as you have a safe space, it'll be fine. Like I think when I move out, like I don't think I'm gonna be doing much more weed. Like I won't be doing like more weed than I already do this day, and I barely do any of it like today. Like I mean, like I barely did like the edible thing was like a long time ago, so it was like I if I did it again, I'd probably have like another experience similar. But when I have my own space, I'm definitely like I'm going to make sure I make a day out of it and make sure that nothing ruins it. Like I'll literally lock myself in a room, get some fucking like candles or like some incense, take an edible, play some video games, and then just like what's worse too is about it. And you get really fucked up like that too. Um, for me at least too, you fucking like have the balance of a fucking peanut on a fucking like piece of wire in 30-mile winds.
it's bad. It's really bad, dude. Oh gosh, yeah. I think
Yeah,
I'll tell
you
it for
have
another
like
time.
you just have like no balance at that point. So you're just sitting there just like wobbling and you're just like, ooh, like I never fell over, but like I remember just like I like stand still for a second and then I just feel like myself shifting to the right and then left and then like doing circles and just like ooh. Um but yeah, it's uh, like the time before that too, like I was hanging out with some friends and it was like we were hanging out and we had a discussion where we were joking around. I was like, "You don't want the smoke," like as a bit, and then they came back at me with like man, every time we ask you to like, every time we try to give you this fucking smoke, you say nah, you got to drive home. And I was like, you know what? Fuck you. Like later tonight, drop my car off. Fucking like we'll do this now. Like we'll do it. Like, I'll drop my car off and fucking just drop me off in the night and I'll fucking do it. And I remember like we were hanging out and like I like had smoked like a lot at that point. Oh, dude, I was faded in the back of like a pickup truck for like 2 hours straight. Just like, oh man, I could not move. I was literally in like a fucking, I was morphed like to the corner of the like truck, but I was like Play-Doh, just like, I couldn't really move, but I was flexible.
Time to get the lactic acids flowing, dude.
Yeah. And I don't remember much from that, but I do remember like somebody looking at somebody and they just looked at me and they're just like, dude, how fucking high are you, man? And I was just like, I don't know, 2, 3 feet. I don't know how high this truck is. And just like everyone losing their shit. I was just like, why stop laughing? It was a serious answer. It was so fucking
Get fucking
best
stoned.
fucking good fucking times, but just be careful, man. Just be careful.
Dude, no, that's why I don't want to. Well, I don't even want to take like weed, dude, because it's like I said, dude. Like, again, it's like you know, I always hear the stories, but I always like to recall like the like the safe place, dude. I like for me personally, I don't like it because I already have like bad memories of it, anyways. I feel like it's
Yeah.
different for each person. Like you got to be in a good mood in order to like enjoy it, or
Oh yeah.
otherwise you're just gonna get fucked. But
Yeah.
but what I remember, dude, I was at church, right? And
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I hate telling this story because, dude, I regret it. And that was actually the point where I actually said, enough is enough. I'm not doing this ever again, dude. But so one of the buddies from church had brought over what his weed pen, and he said like, "Oh, bro, I need the battery." And it just so happened that I was like, "Oh, I got the battery. Like, I have the pack. Like, let's let's go do it real quick." And so we get we get the little tiny battery that he puts the pen in there, and this dude's already taken like 5 hits. I take one big giant hit, and I start feeling it by maybe like maybe like 20 minutes later, and dude, I'm just sitting there, freaking like a dude stoned out of my mind, and I didn't even think my dad at the time was like gone from his trip, so I had to take what is it my boy home, and I was like, fudge. It's like I just literally like took a hit and I have to drive my friend back home and then I got to drive
Mm-hmm.
myself back home. And so
Back
already
home.
I'm just tripping, dude. I'm just like there like scared as hell. And and I guess at the time we had like some guests over, so they were talking about how I guess it was a cool topic because they were talking about how like people that cannot get pregnant can get pregnant by like some like family planning type something like that. I
Mm-hmm.
can't recall because I was too faded, and and so I'm like sitting there, right, and I'm so out of it. It seemed like I was so depressed, and the deacon he goes like looking at me, and I was like, why the hell, like, why is you looking at me, dude? I'm like, just like look somewhere else besides me. And I'm just like sitting there, dude. I just feel like I'm going in like a 360, like third person view of myself. And I finally like snap out of it, and I look at the deacon, and he's already on the phone, and I'm just getting worried. I'm like, oh fuck, he's gonna tell my mom, like, oh gosh, he's probably on the phone with my mom. He's probably like saying, oh, he's like, hey, your son's really like depressed or something. You probably need to see what's going on with him. And like eventually, I just was like, you know what? No, I gotta snap out of it. Let me go to the bathroom real quick, and I'll like mention his first name, right? It's Edward, right?
Mm-hmm.
The homie G. He told
Love,
me, he's like,
love that boy.
dude, he's fucking great. But he's like, oh bro, he's like, he's going to the bathroom. He's like, I'm starting to get worried. I think my boy just like passed out, or we need a. I think he's dead or something. And I'm just like sitting there, just like using the bathroom. Right? I'm like sitting on the toilet. And he barges in. He's like, "Hey, bro, you all right?" I was like, "Yeah." He's just like, "Dude, I'm like so faded." And he's like, "Oh, okay, bro. I just wanted to check with you because I don't want to make sure like you're dead and like you don't get you're not in the bathroom for too long." And so I come out, dude, and I'm still like freaking faded as hell. And I guess for some reason I just said, I guess the guys were talking about like, oh, like it doesn't have to be about like, the sex act. You can just like you can have a kid whenever you want, especially for the person that just can't have it. The
Right.
likelihood of having like those miscarriages, and just I don't know what snapped in my mind, but I just was like talking about like a fucking penis. And I was like, yeah, it's like, yeah, just like imagine, bro, just like that penis, bro, just like go, just there, just imagine like that big fucking penis, and that's all I kept saying, and it was like it was pretty loud enough to where Edward was like, bro, shut up. He's like, just be quiet, just don't say anything anymore, and and by the time it was already over, I was like, all right, bro, let's go home. And Edward is already hanging onto the handle of my car, and he's just like there holding for dear life. And I tell him, "Are you all right, dude?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Just like like very upset, but he didn't want to like show it that way. So he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine, dude. Just take me home now." And so I'm driving and I'm like talking and I'm already like swerving on the road and I'm just like, "Oh gosh." He's like, "Dude, like pay attention to the road." I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, man." And I take him home, dude. We like talk for maybe like 5 minutes. I'm like, hey, bro, look, I gotta get going. See you later. He's like, all right, bro. I got you. And so I managed to just like get home, and then I just went to bed, knowing that the next day I had to go to clinics. So I was
Mhm.
in the CNA program. So like by the time I woke up, I was like, damn, like I gotta wake up at like 4 in the morning, dude. I have to go to the nursing home so I can like do my assignments and stuff over there, and just
Mhm.
like I was so out of it. It felt like a hangover. But
Yeah,
I called
dude.
it.
Fucking.
I called Edward and I'm like, hey, bro, it's like I'm sorry, we had to cut the talk short. He's like, oh yeah, no, bro. He's like, you're all good. It's just like I know you were tripping anyway, so it's like I kind of understand. And I was like, yeah, sorry about the driving. He's like, yeah, bro. He's like, you really like fucking scared me, dude. It's like I literally thought I was gonna die that day, man. Like I was already saying my prayers and everything.
Fuck.
But that was the moment where I was like, I'm not doing that again. And after that point, dude, I just stopped. So every time like I get offered like weed, I'm just
Mhm.
like, nah, dude. I'm like, I'm good. It's just like, cause that memory, like, legit fucking scared me, and I just don't want to
Yeah.
ever go through that again because it sucked, dude. And especially from like my boy Edward. I was like, nah. And I even told him, I'm like, dude, thank you because you literally like helped me just like stop like the weed part of me. Like, I don't want to take it anymore.
Mhm.
He's like, yeah, dude, like anytime, just like be fucking careful if you're doing it ever again. He's just like, don't do it in front of me, though. I was like, hey, you know what, you got yourself
You
a deal.
real quick. I just want to say you do like such a good Edward impression. Like holy shit! Like I just saw him like a couple days ago, and I was talking a couple days ago, and you fucking like you have a good impression of him. It's so fucking, it's awesome.
Dude,
Uh,
that's literally how he talks. Though he's like, yeah, man. He's like, look, I understand. It's all cool, it's all good in the hood.
oh
Like,
yeah,
well,
I love Edward. I love how he talks. He's such a fucking, I love the guy. He's
I love
so
it.
fucking
I love his
awesome.
laugh though, dude. Every time, because me and him, we like,
He makes his laugh makes me fucking laugh.
no, because we
Like
talk like,
it's not like it's not even in a negative way too. It's just like it just makes me fucking happy. Like it's just how it sounds. It's such a fucking awesome laugh.
dude. Yeah, because me and Edward, dude, we like talk. We talk like every day, man. So it's always every time I hear his laugh, dude, I just like play his recordings back over and over because I'm like, this fucking laugh always gets me every time. We were talking
Oh,
one day.
sorry. I'll tell my story after you. I just remembered something.
Because we were talking one day because we were like, "Yo, bro, it's I guess we were just talking about like death. I don't know why we were talking about it in the
All
first place,
right.
but I was like, hey, bro, it's like how would you want to, how would you like, would you rather be buried or would you rather be like cremated? He's like, oh,
Oh,
I'd rather be like cremated. Like that's kind of my spiel. And so I'm like, nah, bro. It's like I'd rather be like buried in, while I'm dead. He's just like, I don't want my body to suffer even more than what it has to. And so Edward just like
right.
busts out laughing. He's like, bro. He's like, this, you're not like you're dead. You're not gonna feel anything. I'm like, but what happens if I like wake up, and I'm just like there in the coffin, and I'm like, bro, like open up, and I'm like, like that feeling scares me. And so Edward's like, bro, dude, this ain't Call of Duty. Like this ain't, like you ain't gonna, you don't have the tombstone perk. You're not gonna like just magically revive yourself. And he just like starts laughing. He's like, dude, you tripping. I'm like, no, dude, this is a real thing. This could happen. And so I tell him like a story about like this one chick who literally was at like a memorial service, and she just woke up from her coffin, and she was just like, where the heck am I? And I guess like a couple days later, she like officially died. And I'm like, you see, Edward, that's the stuff that could happen to me. What happens if I'm in the, in that furnace, and my body just, is starting to get lit, and I just wake up. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like I'm not trying to, you know, suffer, like get my body to suffer anymore. And he just starts laughing because he's like, bro, you're gonna die. Like you're dead, homie. You're done. He's like, get that over, man. He's like, this ain't Call of Duty. And I was just like, okay, Edward, like, whatever. It's like, have fun in the coffin, and if you wake up and you're fucking, like, and you're like, hey, get me out of here as you're burning, dude, it's game over. Like, you're gonna just suffer even more than what you get, and probably what your fate was already.
Fuck yeah! It's either you burn or you fucking starve. Like it's like fucking you pick your poison. Really, that's pretty much. I think that's what it like. If it was the case scenario that it's pretty much at that point, it's like, would you rather burn or would you rather fucking starve? Like starve a slow death or like both is gonna probably be painful, but like you want slow or you want like a semi fast way. I think it's like fucking I think that's just like the overall decision when it comes to that. I don't know what my decision is on that, honestly, but fucking that's definitely fucking interesting to fucking just. It's definitely an interesting like conversation topic to bring up.
I
Like
know.
that's
I don't know how we
fucking
got.
funny. Just Edward's like, bro, what the fuck? Like I can imagine him. I can see it. Just hearing like, bro, you're already fucking dead. Like I just fucking see it.
Hey, that's Edward, man. He's gonna be over here like, bro. He's like, you freaking dead, homie. It's like, just get over it. Edward, man.
Right,
He's
right.
a trip. But no, didn't you have like a story about like about Edward or something like that? Because you wanted to bring
Yeah,
something
okay.
up.
Yeah, so like what happened was that like I remember it was whenever I was getting footage to make the intro for your channel. I I remember watching. I don't remember which one it was. It was when it's one. I don't remember which one it's specifically called. But it's the one where you go to church with Edward and like a couple other people. But in the beginning, you go to you go to different stores to get a belt, and towards the end of it, like Edward, you're like with the Edward and like two other people like outside of the church, and like you pass the bag so that Edward can hold it or something like that, and
Hmm.
then like you pass it to one guy and the guy passes it to Edward and Edward has his hands in his pocket and then the guy just kind of puts it in his position to like kind of hold it and Edward just kind of like just lets it fucking fall to the floor. He's like, I don't give a shit. And I remember seeing that, like, kind of just like losing my shit. I was like, "Wow, holy shit, Edward!" And I remember like talking to him then like that same night. I was like, "Dude, you're an asshole." He's like, "What did I do?" And I told him what I fucking found, and he he didn't remember. I don't think he remembered it, but fucking I just remember laughing about it. He's like, "Fucking motherfucker just lets his friend's keys just fucking go on the fucking floor when they
Oh,
ask
yeah.
to hold him." Like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, he's the freaking. I think it was like the keys. He's like, hey, here's the keys. Oh, damn, my bad. I remember that. I have to
I think
rewatch
they
it
were
because
I feel like there's something else too. I just don't remember what it was, but I could be wrong. But I just remember the key thing was like the main bit. I was just making fun of him for, and he's just sitting there, just like shit, dog. Um,
you
yeah.
know Edward.
Oh yeah, of
Yeah,
course. I
I'm
know.
gonna.
I fucking I just saw him the other day. Fucking, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
You can keep this part in, if you want. You don't have to, but you can probably keep it under the timestamps just in case when you have to edit it. But I wouldn't say it's racist, but I remember talking to somebody because I'm Puerto Rican, like I'm half Puerto Rican, half Native American, right?
Mm.
And but I'm a city boy, and when I as if that means anything. But like, I didn't grow up in like Puerto Rico. I didn't grow up on, like with my family, like on the reservation or anything. I was pretty much just in the city all the time from my birth to now. Um, when I was growing up, my family never taught me Spanish, and I never knew how to speak Spanish. And so anytime anybody would be like, "Oh, you're Puerto Rican," I'm like, "Yeah," and they'd like start speaking Spanish, and I'm like, "I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry. I never grew up with it. I'm so sorry." And I remember discussing we were on a walk, and I was discussing it with a friend, and we were talking about like just Spanish and stuff, and how I was like, I remember I took like 2 years of it, but I just don't retain like any memory of anything that I learned from Spanish, like whatsoever.
Right.
And my friend's like, well, what do you know? Like, what do you remember from Spanish? Like, can you like form a sentence? And probably I remember just looking at him, and I was just like, well, if anything, the only sentence I could fucking remember, he's like, yeah, sorry, fucking, like repeating my own words. He just asked me like, what fucking what do you remember from Spanish that you can make a sentence out of? And I literally just like sat there for a second. I just looked at him. I was like, "Donde está es biblioteca?" And we just laughed our asses off because it was just like I only remember to ask, "Where's the library?" So I was like, I remember, and I'm fucking Puerto Rican. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I guess I could say the same. Like my Spanish is not the greatest. So, every time like, somebody, if I see somebody like struggling with like English, like I'll just kind of automatically just assume, right, they speak Spanish because that's kind of like a good majority of the people here anyways, and in
Right.
the
Yeah.
505. So I'm like speaking Spanish, and they're giving me like this look. They're like, "What?" It's like, "You speak Spanish?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like sorta," And they're like, "Wow, it's a great Spanish." Like there was a dude the other day that like called into me for like his tech problem, and so he was like automatically off the bat, "Español," and I'm like, sorry, like I'm sorry. Let me get you over to somebody. But I said it in Spanish, right? I was like, let me get you over to somebody that actually can speak better Spanish. And then just out of nowhere, he's like, oh, I speak English. And I was like, what? I was like, then why are you telling me like hablas español? And then he's like, oh, I speak English. And I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, just like choose your mind. What language do you want to speak then? And like we started having like a conversation, right? I'm like helping him out with his issue, and then like at the end, right, he kind of just jumps into Spanish, and so I'm like having a conversation with him, like, oh, like, hey, my Spanish is pretty bad, like I'm sorry, and he's like, no, it's like it's really good, it's really good. He's like, how long have you been doing it? And I kind of just put like a white lie in there. I was like, like a year. And he's like, oh, that's really good for a year. And he's like, muy bien. And I was like, yeah, your English is really good too. And he's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And after that, like we ended the call, and after from that point on, I was like, oh, it's like that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Shit, dude, that's fucking awesome. It's definitely funny, like whenever you like have somebody like of the same ethnicity, like, and you have like that type of experience. Um, I Oh my god, dude, fuck. I haven't had much of those. Like one of the few ones that I had were like there's a Cuban place right next to my house, and I love to get Cuban food. Um, and it's because like my mom's not here to make Cuban food for me anymore, so it's like I have to go out and find a place to get it. And there's one place that's pretty good that gets me good Cuban food. And I went there one time with a friend, and I think this was like towards the um this was towards the beginning of the pandemic, I think. It was like when all the no restaurants were doing dine in, they were all doing like carry out, all that stuff still. Um, and I remember the lady that was up there, I looked at the menu and I was telling my dad, I was like, this is what I'm getting. And he's like, okay. And then she kind of overheard me say what I was getting, and then I told her what I was getting, and I like read it in Spanish, right? Just because it was like I don't want to. It was just like fucking. I can somewhat say it. I'll just say it just so it's easier for them. I don't want to be like, oh, rice and beans, please. Like I was like, at least give it a shot. Like if I sound like an idiot, I sound like an idiot. But it is what it is. Um, And so I say like what it is in Spanish, and then she's like, "Oh, she's like, are you Hispanic?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican." And then she started speaking to me in Spanish, and I'll call like one word. I don't remember what the word was, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't really speak much like speak Spanish. Like, I just I just know how to read and speak what's on a piece of paper. Like, I just like for the most part." And she's like, "Oh, okay," and she just like I think I went back another time, like actually last month, and I went in the store and got something, and it's the same lady. And I remember like I'll talk to them, like they'll always talk to me about Cuban stuff, and like we'll share stories and all that stuff. Very fucking cool, man. It's definitely good to just have that fucking adventure.
Dude, I especially in Utah, dude, because like let me be honest with you, dude, there ain't no Mexican food up there. It's literally like Chipotle, pretty basic. I guess I would say it's like you don't get any of the authentic like Mexican dishes. Like I know for sure like chorizo, right, is not a thing up there. Like nobody knows what chorizo is. Like if you mention chorizo, they're gonna be like, "What the heck is that? A dog?" They're gonna like they'll start just like assuming shit. And
Mm.
like I remember, dude, like I don't want to speak Spanish under like any circumstance. So
Right.
unless I have to, like if the dude's like struggling or something, I'm just gonna be like, all right, look, I'm gonna just try my Spanish out. But if it's like somebody that's like trying to speak like Spanish, but they like speak really good English, I'm just gonna say, I don't know, bro, what you're talking about. Like I'm
Mhm.
not like trying to be mean or anything, but I don't like to speak Spanish that often, and
Right.
it gets my point across. Like some people will understand it pretty well, and if it's pretty bad, like they're trying hard with their English, then I'll move to
No.
Spanish.
Almost.
But that's really it, dude. But in Utah, there was like literally there was no like authentic Mexican foods, and even my dad was like super depressed because he couldn't get like anything that was authentic. So, if you wanted to go to a restaurant saying like, "Oh, I want to go eat some like enchiladas," but they have to be like, from an authentic Mexican restaurant,
Right.
we would go to one, but it wasn't to like our liking. I mean, each person is different, so I mean, each
Right.
versions of authentic is different for each person. But for like me, who's like literally been down to like Mexico, right, where the food is at, and here in New
Mm.
Mexico, where it's like it's pretty darn close, but it's
Right.
it comes as close like to getting food in Mexico. And like my dad was just like, yeah, this ain't the same. Like I'm just being honest. Like I would rather just eat the food at home that my mom makes rather than
Oh
probably
yeah.
come here.
Right. Oh, definitely, dude. Fuck. Um, I will say, fucking, I would say I have somewhat similar. I have somewhat similar tendencies when it comes to food here, like especially when it comes to Cuban food. Um, I would say a lot of the places here actually are pretty spot on. They taste fucking pretty good. Like from what I had from back at home, from what my mom's made to here, they get it fucking just about spot on, man. It's pretty much fucking banger. But it's when I start having a problem with that stuff, like definitely when it comes to authentic stuff, it's definitely when the major corporations decide to like do their little spin on it. Like I've seen like Panera Bread and like a bunch of other fucking companies and like sandwich restaurants try to do a Cubano, right? Dude, every time I get so fucking mad. On spot mad. Dude, even Cheesecake Factory, that made me fucking upset. I was just so fucking like, dude, it's like if you're going to get that specific type of food, you need to know where you're going. That is the most authentic as possible because nowhere else is gonna fucking do it right. Like on the fucking like, you need to hit that one spot. Like I have the one by my house. It is fucking on the dot. Like it's pretty fucking. It's like it's there. It's pretty much fucking it. But it like I can't go to Panera Bread and get the same thing because they'll like do all fancy shit and just do all these like ooh like all this shit, and I'm just like, dude, I just want like my simple sandwich. I don't know why you guys gotta fuck this shit up. It's not hard.
That's how it's like with with most of the Mexican dishes, dude. I think what's like the one food that like I will get really pissed off if it doesn't come out like spot on. I think it has to be this what is it, caldo de res.
I have
Um,
no idea what that is.
it's basically like a pork stew. I guess I think it's what it is, right? But what happens is, right, this soup. Um, it's a stew, right? So, but this stew, some people make it in the most like weirdest way. So the way like my mom would used to make it, like she would get like the actual like carne, right, the meat, and then like she'll put it in this big old pot, and then she'll cut like little these like big ass chunks of potato, throw in like vegetables, and like cook it to perfection. But the one thing that I just do not like is the rice, right? I have to eat this meal with rice, and it has to be in the soup.
Mm-hmm.
So every time like I go out to a restaurant and I try to eat it, there's always some like weird ass texture about the rice, and if it's just like
Mm-hmm.
not good, then I just don't eat the food.
Just don't eat it. Yeah.
Right, it's like even like sometimes my mom, like she'll make the caldo de res,
Mm-hmm.
and if my mom was like, oh hey, I made some, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, is there rice? And if she says no, I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna be going out to eat, mom. I'm sorry. And she's like, but it's like it doesn't matter. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of does. Like if it don't got rice, I'm not eating it. It's just it tastes. I'm not trying to just have like a stew with just flat out boiled water. I'm not doing that, mom. Even though it has like a flavor to it, it's just it doesn't taste the same. And like my mom will just like she's like, oh, I'm not gonna be making the rice like right now, it just takes forever. And I'm like, mom, like can you at least just make it tomorrow or something, like please?
Fuck, dude.
uh,
You honestly, like when it comes to fucking rice, you can't skip it. You can't skip it. It's
yeah,
just fucking the big one.
you can't skip out of the rice, dude. That's the most important part of any meal, dude.
Most fucking important, dude. Like, yes, sir. Like, I literally, like, dude, I've been, as of lately, I've been fucking around with rice a lot more. Like, I have a pressure cooker. I have an instant pot, and
Nice.
fucking that shit is such a beauty to work with. And I make rice like almost all the time. And like, I even found like the perfect way to cook it. Because how I normally cook rice is that I'll toast it, right? Oh my god, sorry, give me 1 second. I gotta sneeze. Never mind. It fucking was a false alarm. God damn it. Um. But like when I cook rice, I normally like I toast the rice with like a little like butter in the pan, toast that shit up, and then you add the water and like fucking you just toast this. When you toast the fucking rice, dude, I don't know what it does, but it just adds a fucking like a flavor to it, and it's like a fucking texture that's pretty fucking spot on, man. I don't know what it is, but it always fuck. I don't know if that even does shit. If it does, but it fucking it does shit for me. I specifically make it that way every time. And fucking I just dude fuck. I literally have to like if I'm making something specific, I need rice. Like when I a while ago I made bao dumplings for the first time ever,
Ooh.
and that was like such a process. But I knew I was like I can't just eat the dumplings. I need the rice, and so I perfected the fucking rice craft too. And so fucking like fucking fried rice is so easy to make. It is. You just need sesame oil, soy sauce, um, hoisin sauce, and like your veggies and like meat if you want. Like fuck, like it's just whatever you fucking got. Really, like recently, I started fucking with plating too. So what I did, like I made like a simple chicken fried rice. I had made rice in the pressure cooker, and then I brought it out and I laid it out on a rack, or not like a like a cooking tray, and I let it cool down because when you make fried rice, apparently it's supposed to be like leftover like day old rice. It's not supposed to be instantly out of the rice thing or just as it's cooked. So you like lay that shit out so it can cool down, so that when you add it in, it like helps cook better with the veggies and everything. Um, and so I made fucking I made a fried rice with the chicken tenderloins that were cooked with garlic, a bit of soy, like in the fond, or like all the brown stuff on the bottom was cooked down with a bit of soy sauce, and I let it like coat with a sriracha. Fucking flipped that. Made some eggs in the same pot. Fucking grilled up some green onions. Threw in the rice, the chicken, the eggs. Mixed it all together. Fried that hoe up, and then I plated it with just the rice. And then I did these little dots of sriracha like around
Mm-hmm.
it. Topped it with like a little more green onion just for like color and doo-doo. So fucking good, man.
I believe it,
Like
dude.
it's I think it's like once you get like you try like once if you try something new and like you fucking just keep working on it to perfect it, it just turns out so fucking good, man. Like I just made fucking gumbo like the other day.
Ooh,
Dude,
ooh.
that was so fun. That was so good. It took forever, but it was so good. I feel like I burned the roux a bit. Or I think I let it cook for a little too long because for the roux, you want to have a dark roux, but I think I'm a little too dark. But I heard, like, from what my family says, like, oh, you want that type of flavor. I was like, yeah, but the recipe I was following, it wasn't like this dark. It looked a little lighter, so like maybe could I cooked it like a minute less? I don't know. Um, and so uh, it was whatever, right? And so I made what it was fucking great. It had the fucking the trio, which was like fucking bell peppers, onions, and bell peppers, onions, and I think garlic. No, that wasn't it. No, bell pepper, celery, and onions. And then I also had jalapeno, garlic, chicken, and andouille smoked sausage. Dude,
Mm.
that shit is so good, man. And fucking that shit like fucking boiled for like I think 6 hours or like 5 hours. Dude, so good. And then fucking I put it in the fridge the next day. Dude, I don't know what the fuck like made it taste way better in the fridge, but when I fucking cooked it up in the microwave, like heated it up and then ate some more with some like rice, dude, game over right there. Like fucking game
Ooh,
over.
ooh, ooh, man, I'm already getting hungry already, man. Maybe you should.
I
Yeah,
know.
I'm already gonna, dude. I'm gonna go to bed tonight, dude, and I'm just gonna be like, fuck, I just want to eat some food already, man.
Right.
Oh man, but yeah, as far as like food and all that stuff, man. I'm gonna try to think of like one last topic here. I actually have started to cook. Right, so I've kind of taken the fine arts of cooking, and you've probably seen like the dishes that I make. Like yesterday, I made was it like green chili stew for the first time, and I'm not
Mhm.
gonna lie, dude. There's a at the Buffalo Thunder Casino, hands down, dude. Probably one of the best like green chili stews. By the way, green chili is a real thing. It's not fucking pickles, okay? When I ask for green chili, you don't put fucking pickles in a hamburger, okay? This shit literally happened, bro. I need to tell you this story, right? So I'm gonna tell you this story, and I'm gonna tell you about my cooking things, and then we're gonna try to wrap it up. So first off, I don't know where. I think it was in like boy. I think it was like Arizona. Was it Arizona? Maybe not even Arizona. I think it was like somewhere in Utah. Again, another fucking Utah.
Mhm.
But they were advertising like green chili, right? And they're like, oh, like here's a green chili burger, and I'm like, what the hell? It's like the Utahs have the people in Utah have a green chili. I'm like, all right, let's let's give this a try. So they were advertising a green chili burger. I was like, all right, look, can I get
Right.
a burger with a green chili? And they're like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. So they make up the burger, they whip it up, and I I get to opening up like the wrap, and I start looking at the burger, and I'm like, wait a minute, where the fuck is the green chili? It's like, where the hell is it at? And so I look and I'm like, well, there's the pickles, right? I didn't ask for pickles in the first place. So I go up to the ladies, right, and I'm like, hey, what's I asked for green chili, but there's what's going on? They're like, yeah, we put the green chili. It's the fucking pickles, right? Oh, dude,
Uh,
I had the dude big face palm, a big face palm, and I'm like, how are you guys gonna advertise green chili when this is
And it's
not
not
green
even the
chili.
fucking green chili. Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, it was a face palm. I was like, dude, this is not green chili, dude. And I'm like, and they're like, yeah, no, this is green chili. I'm like, dude, I'm from New Mexico, where green chili is a must, and you're telling me that
It's
this
where
is.
it's from.
It's like, dude, we're the fucking chili, we're the chili capital of the world, and you're telling me that this is green chili. I'm like, you get no. And it's like, I kind of want my money back. Like, I'm going somewhere else, dude, and spend my money elsewhere. When you like, this was disappointing. So
Mm-hmm.
so there was that. But to go back to to your like topic, right, as far as cooking. So again, right, I yesterday I made a green chili stew, first time ever. So I was trying to like I went to the store, I got all the ingredients, and I was trying to look for like the green chili and like like chopped, but the only ones that were available were in the cans.
Right. Yeah.
So I got some of that, and I started making like the stew. I added the pork, and started adding in like the diced tomatoes, and what else I put, like onions and all that stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, dude. I think what like ruined the stew for me was probably the tomatoes. It was like too much. You know what I mean? It's like I could taste the tomato, and I'm not even a fan of tomatoes, but I'm like, yeah, this is definitely too much tomato. So I kind of just like left the stew there for the day, and it turned out like when I got back from my vaccine shot, I look at the pot because there's already a spoon in, like the wooden spoon in there, and I looked just to see like what the heck, and dude, like the whole thing was empty. It was gone, and I'm like thinking to myself like I didn't like dump this out. And so I go up to my mom and I'm like, "Hey, did you eat the stew?" And she's like, "Yes, it was really, really good." And I'm like, "Are you sure? Like, you didn't like dump this in the trash or something?" Like, I mean, I was gonna eat some, and she's like, "No, like I had, like it was really good." And then the caregiver that she has, right, like she had some too, and I guess they got like seconds and stuff. So I was like, "Huh, like cool, I guess." And like the other foods like I'll make too is what is it, like chicken Alfredo? Oh,
Ooh.
dude, I had to work on my craft for that like maybe 3 times to get it to perfection. And like there's a sauce, right, that I put in there. I don't use like the Alfredo sauce, right, that you get from like like the grocery store, right? It's a secret sauce, right? I'm not gonna I'm probably not gonna mention it here, right? Because then it's just gonna ruin it. But
Right.
uh, I put like I work that thing to perfection, and like I don't know why, but my chicken always comes out in like these big chunks. Instead of like in little slices, it's always just like a big piece of fucking chicken. And but usually, right, it'll come out really good, and so like my family will take some and eat it, and yeah, so I've mastered that craft. As far as like the ramen noodles. Right, they
Mhm.
boil that shit up. I mean, the whole college, college life, surviving off of just beans and rice and noodles. I've mastered that craft, and but by the way, dude, it's pretty fucking good. Like if one of these days, like I actually make like the stew again, or like make the Alfredo, dude, I'll bring you some.
Fuck yeah, dude. That
Uh,
fucking sounds awesome. Yeah. Shit.
yeah, dude, I'll even bring some to you, man. Because
Fuck.
dude,
Hell yeah,
we're
dude.
we're two fat boys, dude, just trying to get some grub, man.
I know, right? Fuck. If I ever have any food that's left over that I can fucking bring over, I'll bring over, man.
Dude, hell yeah, dude. That's what I like. Yeah, just to bring some over, dude, one day, and I'll do the same for you. But speaking of bringing over, uh, do you have any last words, Mister Deegz, before we wrap this up?
Um, no, I mean, well, this was definitely fun. If anyone is interested, I guess I'll plug some stuff. If you want to follow me on my little schemes, you can follow me on Instagram at Alfredo. That's AYEO Alfredo. I don't want to expel Alfredo, not because I don't want to, but because it's you should probably be able to spell Alfredo. Um, and yeah, I mean if you see, you'll see, if anything you see from me pop out, you'll see either some artwork for the channel here, and if he brings me back, if anything, if I pop on the podcast again, I'll be back at some point. But for now, if you want to follow me on Instagram, and fucking, this is fun, man.
Yeah, dude. It was an honor to have you and talk with you again, man. Because, dude, it's been so long. So good
Yes,
to.
sir. Yes, sir, dude. If you ever want me back on or want me to invite me on, dude, I'm always down. Just give me the word.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man, dude, it's this co-host thing, man. I'm just trying to trying to figure out who's gonna be the co-host, who's gonna be on the permanent squad. But
Oh, that's
what?
completely fair. No, that's completely fair. I mean, it's like that's your call. I'm not gonna make you choose, but like, shit,
Uh,
I'm just letting you know that like, if you want to, man, I'm fucking more than welcome to.
Hey, man, I appreciate that very much. Well, dude, it's been a trip. Yeah, for sure, right? Come back again, dude. I'll even invite
Fuck
you
it,
in.
dude.
So, we'll probably have like I'll actually have like the squad that I hang out with. So I'll invite you there
Hmm.
if there's another podcast. I probably bet I'll do one tomorrow if I'm being honest. But yeah,
Sounds good. Shit.
we'll just see. But other than that though, that's a wrap, man. We're done. We
Alrighty.
outie.